Happy Mindset Monday. I hope we're all doing okay. I hope we're doing good. How is the sound? Let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, let me know how the sound is, please. I have the chat on delay, so it takes a minute before I can see responses sometimes. Okay, cool. Sounds good. All right, awesome. So who do we got today? Hello, everybody. Shantae, you stay. Olivia, Tisha, Anna, Astro, Haley. Said I was just thinking about you. Perfect timing. That's awesome. Synchronicity. Typical gal gamer. Soraya, Samira, Firegen, Beck, Jazdeep, Mary, Snow White, the Snow White, AD. AD says, my manifestations are working. I'm so grateful and happy in my life right now. That's awesome. Whether or not you're affirming or that's the truth doesn't really matter. That's your state of being, and that's all that we need to know. We got R, Rachel, hey girl. Rodrigo, hello. Dina, oh my gosh, Dina. Okay. Dina went to Dr. Joe. Dina wrote a blog about it, and I got to partially through day one, and I was like, I need this to be a vlog. I need someone to read this to me. I need Dina to put this on video so I can hear it. But so I haven't read all the way through it. But I want to hear so much about it. I just haven't had a chance to, but that's why if you quiz me on any details, I don't know. Haven't finished the blog yet, but I wish it was a book on tape. Leah, Trinity, hello. Raylight, Black Goddess, Jaden, hello everybody. So, Tiffany, hello. I better tell Leanne I'm early. There really is no time. How is everyone doing? Okay, someone from Facebook just said, long time no see, what's up? And I can't see who your name is. It only says Facebook user, and I can't tell who it is. And I wish I could. But hello. Pumpkin Spice, hey girl. We got 360 fam in the house. We got the Disney crew in the house. Fatima in South Africa. See, we're all over the world. Ariana, hello. Leanne's here, yay. Danny, hello. Thank you, everybody, for your kind words. So today's an official new type of Mindset Monday, if you couldn't tell from the title. Mohammed, hello. So no, I'll wait till a little more people get here and then we'll talk about why it's new. But let's first start off with what's our good news? What are we celebrating? What have we manifested? Let's hear some good words. I want to hear the good words from everybody. What are we celebrating? What's the Mama, hello. Rachel says, I turned on notifications and still didn't get one for this. I don't know why YouTube does not, hold on. YouTube loves to always, every time, notify my audience, all of my audience, when I have a videos or go live, every single time, the whole audience, every time. So, yay. But I am kind of working on some stuff to aid in that, but we'll get to that in a minute. So let me hear I want to hear some good word, some success, some celebration. Astro Haley says, manifested my full-time job and I'm loving it. Yes, that's awesome. Ariana says, I manifested my daughter made blood counts good enough to start her next round of chemo when one round closer to being better. That's so awesome. That's so amazing. I don't know if you've been, sound like you said that it's been a while since you've been around, since you've been here. If you've heard my 4-step healing process episode, works for yourself or the people in your life as well. So you and your daughter could listen to it if you haven't. It's on my podcast. It's from June of 2021, and the title is like manifesting physical. I'm sure somebody will link it. I know every time I do this, I'm like talking about people trying to find it. No, I'll keep saying that because you can link it in the chat. Someone listening back might need to hear it. So I'm going to finish my sentence of saying it's on the podcast. It's from June of 2021. The title is something of the likes of manifest healing in your physical body, manifest physical healing, something like that. And I have a 4-step process for healing. And, sounds like you're already doing great, but if you want to check it out and just kind of, that's my approach to it. If you want another perspective, I think it always helps. AD says, you always motivate me. That's awesome. Thank you. I love making jewelry and it's finally happening. Yes. I'm getting paid to make jewelry. Yes. Also, same for my aesthetics business. I'm getting more and more clients. Yay. Congrats. That's awesome. Hell yes. Mama says, sometimes you have to unsubscribe and then subscribe again when the notification to get the notifications working. Okay. So there we go. We could always do that. You got to kickstart it. So if you didn't get a notification, maybe unsubscribe, then resubscribe and you might get one next time. Of course, because YouTube always lets 100% of my audience know every time there's a video or a live stream. Rachel says you manifested your engagement. Oh my gosh. We need details. I want to hear the deets. Sorry, I feel like I have a fuzzy on my lipstick. I feel it, but I don't see it. Okay, well, we're just going to have to deal with it. Okay. Fatima says, ever since I've started, all my exes who I don't want have come back to me repeating affirmations that I'm using for SP. That's a good sign. Don't act like it's a problem. Don't act like you're not doing it right. Don't act like it's failing. Just keep affirming. Just keep going. And now affirm it works on the SP especially. It goes right to that person. Oh my God. Anna says, yay, Anna. Okay, sorry. I always get excited when it's 360 fam because I don't want to take credit, but a little bit. So Anna says, I celebrated paying my bills early on Friday and a whole bunch of money came my way over the weekend. That's fucking awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Rachel says, I got 2 contracts this weekend, 16K in my pocket. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Fuck yeah. Fuck yes. SG, hello. Welcome. Thank you, Leanne. Yes, Leanne, of course, linked the podcast in the chat, of course. Michelle, hello. It's already done. Hello. Beck says, I manifested a positive pregnancy test. Yay. Oh my God. There's so I feel like okay, is it just me or are our celebrations are like massive ones right now? We have engagements, we have pregnancies, we got 16 grand. Like, what the hell? What happened? What happened over the last 2? Oh my God, what happened over the last 2 weeks? Like, dang. Tiffany says, getting pretty deep meditation messages now for me, for you. Very insightful. So again, don't want to take credit, but I'm going to take a little credit. Okay. Tiffany, can you clarify for me right now? I need to know. Were you having these messages come through before I taught you the meditation? I want to know that. Please tell me in the chat so I know for sure if I can say what I wanted to say. Mesh, hello. Okay. So this is so amazing. All the freaking, all the success. Sari, hello. Okay. So I want to hear from Tiffany real fast before I move on. I just want to know. Yeah, it's and thanks for everybody for also being supportive and congratulating everybody in the chat, because this is okay. Tiffany says, yeah, go and take my credit. Okay, cool. Tiffany. So in our, right now we're in our group program, Taking Massive Action. Last week I taught the people in the group how to do a meditation to talk to have like, how every time I come, I tell you guys about how these conversations and these things I get shown in meditation, and a lot of people are like, "How do you do this?" And so I literally just walked everybody on Taking Massive Action through my process of communicating in my meditations, and if you've been here that Tiffany she's had this long history of getting messages for other people, but not for herself. And we've been kind of working through that ever since this meditation thing that I taught everybody. It sounds like it opened the door, because she had a big, profound meditation. Leanne told me about it, and it sounded exactly like the type of stuff that I get told and stuff that I see in my meditations. So I'm really excited that door got unlocked for you, because we all know how intuitive you are and how insightful you are. So just like you don't even know yet, girl. That's gonna blow your mind. But yeah, I'm just really excited, because I was like, over the weekend, I was like, I think I taught her how to talk to. I think I fucking taught these people how to talk in meditation, or how to talk to their subconscious or whatever, and actually have conversations. And I'm just excited. Like, thanks for validating that for me, and yay for you guys, because fudge, yeah. And for anybody else, join my programs, because we do big stuff. Okay, so now that we're here, I want to tell everybody what's going on. I said this is New Mindset Monday. I have been really thinking about how to align myself back to my business. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that I've been kind of trying to figure out who I am as an entrepreneur now, as a business owner now, because the way that I built my business when I started doesn't necessarily align to who I am now. And so I've been kind of restructuring things. You see me, I went from the one-on-one coaching model to now group coaching model. And even through this, I'm really experimenting with the different types of programs that I want to run and how I want to administer this information. And I've been thinking a lot about Mindset Monday, because this is a big part of what I do. I do it every single Monday. I've been doing it for like 4 years, every Monday. And I was telling my husband, I'm like, that's like the longest job I've ever had. 4 years. Like, I don't think I've ever worked at a job that long. So like, it's been a big part of my life. The other part about it is that, like, I love communicating with all of you, but I hate the part where I get like my reactions get too big, and I like yell at people, and sometimes people get really sensitive and send me like nastygrams later in email. And sometimes I'm like annoyed at having to answer the same question over and over and over. So my reaction's like snarkier than I might want it to be. And like, I don't want that to be like who I am. And so it's, I'm definitely torn. When I get off of Mindset Monday, a lot of the time I'm like, that's the last one I ever want to do. I don't want to do this ever again, because I feel so vulnerable and exposed showing that side of myself. Because again, if you know me, you know that my like snappy, bitchy side is the side of me that I do not want to be ruled by. So coming here every week and having her come out and then be on display for the world to see and live in perpetuity on the fucking internet, kind of a nightmare for me. So I've really been thinking about what I want to do about Mindset Monday. And I've decided that, you know what, it's my business. It's my live stream. I can do whatever the fuck I want with it. What I like about Mindset is coming to talk to you about positive stuff, talking about mindset, what's working in our lives, celebrating each other. And that's it. To everybody here, no offense. I'm saying this right now, but honestly, I don't want to talk about SPs. Like, I mean that with love. I feel like I have emptied that cup so much that it's dry, right? So when I have to go back to that mode, it's like scraping my insides. This is what's coming up. This is my soul. It's like feeling scraped out. So I feel like I have made so much SP content. I have said everything I need to say that like so many times. Like, I've literally answered the same question hundreds of times. I have hours of content about SP. Why should I every week put myself in a place that makes me feel vulnerable? Because I did it years ago, I should still do it now. So no, I decided No more fucking SP questions on mindset. That's it. And if I have to disable the super chat, I was thinking about doing it, but I did. I made this instead. Hold on. This is what I did instead. I was thinking about disabling super chats. I didn't because I did this. Let me show you right here. Super chats are not guaranteed to be answered. They may be used in an upcoming video. And that's the tea right now. So what I am going to do is I'm going to still take your questions. So I want you to ask them. I want you to ask them. You don't have to super chat them. You can. I'm going to take your questions and then I'm going to answer them and I'm going to put them videos on YouTube again. So I decided that instead of taking Mondays and like stressing myself out to the point where, do you guys know that Shantae has a job for me? She comes here and she holds the energy space so that I don't have to feel so much of it coursing through me because it's so overwhelming to answer the love questions. I literally have to have Shantae here so that I don't feel completely overwhelmed by it. So why do I need to keep doing that to myself? Why? There's no reason to. So Mindset Monday is no longer going to be a Q&A free for all. Not that it really ever was. It was fairly controlled, but it's not going to be a super chat free for all either. I 100% appreciate the super chats. I will still love to talk about confidence, mindset, obviously, success in our manifestations, staying focused, the stuff that like we all need to know about every manifestation. But like literally, if you plan something with your boyfriend and they cancel it on you, I'm the last person that wants to know about it right now. I'm just being 100% real with you. This might change next week, but as of right now, I've been meditating on it for the last few days. And this is just what really feels aligned. It's like, I don't have to do this, like I know people may like it and I don't know, maybe people, I don't know if you want to tell me to fuck off, do it. I don't care. But I just like, I can take the questions. I'm going to sit down and take some questions and I'm just going to answer them. And then we're going to make videos about that. And I'm going to put them back on YouTube. So I will be fulfilling you guys in that way. You'll still get your questions answered. You'll get your videos on YouTube like I used to do. And I can come to Mindset Monday and just have fun here and not feel this overwhelming weight of the pressure of helping all these people with this crushing pain and trauma that they're dealing with. Like that it's too much anymore, right? Like I'm out. I'm done. Like with love, like I can't hold that space anymore. So I'm going to try to hold space for you in different ways, right? On Mindset Monday, I can't do this every week where I did this and this thing fell through. You know what, man? Watch the weeks before, because everybody's asked me that 150 fucking times. So the content is there. I want Mindset Monday to be just about that mindset. How do we go into our week? That was the whole concept when I started, was Mindset Monday. How do we go into our week, keeping the shit in the forefront of our mind? Start our week off with the right mindset. And yeah. And anybody that's like telling other people where there's other SP stuff is like, I'm not going to not, I'm not talking about SP stuff. Like I said, I'll be answering it and putting it on YouTube videos. So like there's still tons of SP content. I just personally, I don't want to get on a live stream every week and talk about why your boyfriend's not messaging you. I'm over it, to be honest. Like I've literally exhausted myself to the point where I don't want to do it anymore. So like, yeah. And it's like, you should be focused on yourself. And that's the reason why they aren't fucking messaging you. And if I have to say it fucking again, I'm going to lose my shit, but I don't want to lose my shit anymore. So that's the last time I'm going to do it. Does this say sweetie? Sweet. I can see sweetie because it's in a funky font. And I have 20/20 vision. It says, you've been saying how exhausting this was for a year, so I'm glad you're making this change. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mesh says, I have a support group in Discord I go to for SP talk because it's super personal. Yeah, it's a lot. So so I'm just ready to move forward and just like talk about fun stuff. And if you come to Mindset Monday for SP talk with love, we have a community.roxytalks.com. We have a space for you to come and talk to your peers. But I personally am I literally, like I said, my cup is so empty of this that I can't keep pouring from this same thing because it's the same thing over and over. And I know that it's personal for each person, but the answer is not personal, right? Like the answer is always the same, essentially. So So I really just, I want this place to be about, like Shantae just said, elevating our conversations, being in the energy together, like talking about what's working, what are the successes, like how do we keep going? That's where I want to be, because that gives me the energy to keep going. Otherwise, like literally, I'm telling you guys, I've probably wanted to shut Mindset Monday down half of the times that I've done it. Like that many times, I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's so much. So there's no reason for me to do that anymore. If I can choose my I'm making this business. I can do whatever I want. It's my channel, right? So, yeah. Sari says, "How about success stories?" Yes, I'd love to. So, I always start the chat off with like what have we manifested? Kind of like give us some celebrations, and we can totally talk success stories. Jesse, Jesse, I love you. Jesse's like, I'm new here. What the hell does SP mean? That's not exactly what you said. I'm paraphrasing. SP stands for specific person. And the thing about it, it's like, please know, like when I first came into this talk, I loved talking about it. And like, if I had not become a manifestation coach, there's a good chance I might have actually become a relationship coach. Okay. So it's not that I don't love or care about you or want you to have your relationship, but what has happened over the course of being a manifestation coach and really drilling down into mindset and all this is that it's like, you must understand that the shit that you're going through has very little to do with your partner. Well, it's not that it has more to do with you than it has to do with your partner is what I'm trying to say. So if you're not willing to do this work, then I can't fucking help you with your boyfriend, right? Like that's what I'm trying to get across. So it's like, why talk about the boyfriend when it's really about this? And really that actually validates everything that got me started as a man, or that led me to being a manifestation coach. Because if you remember my story, I originally started out trying to build a business as a music coach. And once I started doing that, I realized, well, if I, even if whatever, doesn't matter what I'm coaching someone do, if they don't understand that their words are creating, their mindset's doing all of it, and they can change their fucking reality, then it doesn't matter it doesn't matter the subject. And so that's why I went from music, which I knew a lot about, like, having a music, whatever the fuck, doesn't matter, to drilling way down into manifestation, because it's like, I can help anybody with anything. Doesn't matter, because it's all the same shit. It all starts with this. And if you're not willing to do this, then I can't help you. Again, I mean, I can, but like you have to help you, and it starts here. So again, this is just validating, like what I'm really here to do is just talk about your power and help you harness it and use it. That's what I care about. And if you use that to get a boyfriend, great, or a partner. Sorry, I say boyfriend because to me, like, I know it sounds trivializing, but that's how I feel about it. And maybe that's snarky, but I'm just an honest person. I can't shade how I feel. Like, this is just who I am. So it's just the truth. If you want to use this information on your relationship, bitch, go do it. Because somebody on here is having a baby. Somebody on here just got engaged. It works. Okay. I have a whole program, Manifest a Specific Person workshop. Like, I literally put my all into that thing. So again, it's not that I don't want to help you with that. I want to have bigger conversations live. That's where long story short, I just spoke for 20 minutes to say, I want to have bigger conversations live. So that's the conversations we're having on Mindset Monday now. So if you only come here for that, then there will be more manifesting love related stuff in the upcoming videos, because I'm going to start putting out more old style videos again. And I go like this because that's where my other set's right there in my room. It's like right there on that wall. So I make my videos from that couch. It's a different set, right? That's the old style Roxy Talks video. So I'm going to be making my videos from that style couch, so we know that it's that style video, and you can ask your questions about your love or anything. And so we're literally just I'm going to be answering your questions, making videos about that, putting them on YouTube, and then those will come out as regular videos. And then when you come to Mindset Monday, we're going to talk about stuff, concepts. Okay. And I love you all so much. And part of the reason why I don't want to stop doing this is because I love coming to connect with you guys, so it's just like, let's go deep. Exactly. I want to talk about stuff that's like beyond. Yeah, you already know I said it just for 20 fucking minutes. So okay. Rachel says, in through the nose, out through the mouth. You're right, Rachel. Let's all breathe for a moment. Because what do we want to talk about? Danny, thank you. Tiffany says the foundation has to be rebuilt first and build upon the new foundation. Then all great things will be based on the new, better foundation. This is what I've learned. Exactly. You're right. And taking things down to the base level. You know what, Tiffany? Let's be real. Okay. All right. You know what? You said it. I'm going to be real honest with you guys. I'm also going to shut down Black Moon Society on Facebook. Let me rephrase that. I'm going to migrate Black Moon Society. I'm not closing it. I'm migrating it. Again, we have our own community now, community.roxytalks.com. We're away from social media. Leanne put this very eloquently. It's like social media is super triggering. And a lot of us here in the community, when we're working on our manifestations, we're not trying to go on social media. Like the last thing we want to do is open up Facebook. So if you have to open up Facebook to go to the community, it's like kind of defeating the purpose of having a safe space, right? So things are shifting. So with that, Black Moon is going to eventually not be on Facebook anymore. It will be on community.roxytalks.com. If you download the app Mighty Networks, you can actually have an app that'll get you straight into the community. So, and eventually I might have it on my own app. We just haven't gotten to that. We haven't gotten there yet. But you can get to the Roxy Talks community from the Mighty Networks app, and then you don't have to go into social media at all. So, you know what? Why hold back? So you can prepare if you're in Black Moon, and you definitely don't want to like miss out on that community aspect. Jump over to the Mighty Networks community, community.roxytalks.com. Okay. Hannah says, I'm proud of you for speaking up about that. You enjoying what you're doing is the most important. If you're constantly talking about something that feels like a chore, then we're not getting the most. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly the thing. It's like if I'm showing up here like dreading it, because that's what happens, that's not the right energy to be in. You know, I want to be excited to come on and talk to you guys, which I am a lot of the times, but a lot of the times I do dread it. Like, well, before Shantae came on, it was very like emotionally like heavy, but Shantae helps a lot. Okay, that works for Bianca. You like to stay away from social media. Yeah, honestly. Yeah, it just, I don't like to log in. You know, what's funny is like I went into Facebook to do something and I saw something triggering in my own group of somebody saying something about like, basically like, do we really believe in them? Which it's like, you know what? I'm providing a space here. And if you don't fucking like it, like, why are you even here? And it's like, why? I don't even want to I'm getting triggered going into my own shit. Gots to go. That's what honestly, that was like really the final straw for me. Cause we've been talking about this for months on my team, and everybody on my team has been pushing for this. And I'm the one who's been dragging my feet about it. And that was the last thing. I was like, nah, if I'm getting triggered, bye. So yeah. And I'm super transparent. I've never been somebody that can like hide behind you just get me going and it all comes out. So this is just who I am. This is what I am. This is what my business is. I'm here for you guys. I am really good at what I do, which is explaining how manifesting can work for you and how to apply it in your life. So here we are. And if you would like me to help you do that on a personal level, I have really awesome programs and, all this stuff that we're working on with Synergy, our monthly subscription. We have group programs happening every month. We have a master training. Now I'm going to start doing Q&As that are specific. And we actually might have Q&As that are just specific person so that I can prepare and show up and know like, hey, I'm going to be sitting down and talking about specific person just for this Q&A only. So Q&As won't be going away forever. They're just going to be restructured and shifted. So Mesh says SP topic grants course. It did for me personally. And I know it's not for everybody. And I don't want to like put anyone down. And I know that a lot of people come to me through SP stuff. So that's why I'm not going to not talk about it anymore. Just, it's not going to be the Mindset Monday thing. Like that was the vibe of Mindset Mondays. Come here and talk about why your person's not texting you anymore. Not anymore. Yeah. So talking about us and our self-concept. So Melissa, Okay, Melissa. I want to make a video about this question, okay? Melissa asks, how do I go forward feeling confident when something bad manifests that I know for a fact I had never focused on before and it very much caught you off guard? I love this question, Melissa. I think that this is actually something that I have thought about making a video about and have explained to people on a personal level, like in comments in the Facebook group and stuff. But I want to say respectfully, I appreciate the question, and please let me make a full length video about it and we'll put it on the channel. Okay. So I will give you, I'll give you a full answer. And if there's any pertinent information that you want to add to it, let me know. I just took a screenshot of the question. And Leanne, if you don't mind collecting that question for us to put on our list for this next batch of questions of YouTube videos that we put out. Pumpkin Spice says, Roxy, you're also amazing at music. I don't know. Okay. I don't know where that came from. Oh, I was talking about what I'm good at. Thanks. I went in the studio this weekend. So thanks. I actually am gonna, be in that energy of creation. And that's another part of like really focusing on what makes me happy so that I can show up as the best possible coach, as the best possible mentor, as the best possible guide. If I am triggered or stressed out, I can't give you my all, right? Or I can't give you my best, certainly. So I really want to make sure that I'm leading by example and that I'm showing you and explaining to you along the way why I'm doing these things and help you be a part of the mindset and the practice that goes into doing this stuff long term. Like if you've been here from the beginning, you know that like obviously COVID aside, like that kind of like took a chunk out of everybody's focus and lives, right? COVID aside, I've been working to build something bigger, and expand my legacy into, I don't know where we're going, but we'll see. But the point is, I've always brought you along. I've always explained, where I'm at. And so I just wanted everyone to know what it's about and hope you understand. And, I want to make sure that I provide you with the great value. And even Melissa here, thank you so much for the suggestion and the video topic. And then that video will be much easier to get to and to find if you ever want to, listen back to it or reference any of it. You'll have something that's a little more tangible of a souvenir for your super chat, if you will, than even just me answering it in this one random live stream. So thank you, Melissa, and I appreciate you. Okay, I'm going to take a screenshot right here. We got more info about this question. Okay, you said things were really going well for me in a certain area that just got flipped upside down overnight and really threw me off. I've been using it as a time to reevaluate and focus in all areas. Yeah. So, okay. I'm glad that you gave me this extra part because let's talk about this extra part first because I want to talk about the specific thing you asked about. Like I know I didn't manifest that. Why did it happen? I want to make a video about that. So, we'll talk about that. But going into what you just said here with I appreciate you said also can't wait to see the video. No rush at all. Your content has helped me for 3 years and I listen every morning and night. I so appreciate you. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate you for supporting me and being the first person to get a super chat not answered and like be okay with it. Thank you. Thank you for showing me that it's okay. So, but you were saying things got flipped upside down and it threw you off, but you're using this as a time to reevaluate and focus. That is exactly what it's meant for, right? Like, well, it's meant for whatever you say it is. Is it a test? Is it a time to reevaluate? Is it a time to like regain your footing and make sure that you're actually solid on this before you go to the next level or whatever? Yeah, all the above, probably. So as long as you're not taking whatever that thing is and being like, oh, it's ruined now, you're on the right track still, right? So using this time to reevaluate, very, very good choice, because what if it actually isn't what you wanted? What if it flipped upside down because it wasn't actually aligned to what you really, truly wanted? Or what if it flipped upside down because you weren't actually truly aligned to what you said you wanted? And now this is letting you know. So This is why it's always important not to say that it's a problem or that it's over or that it didn't work because of this thing, because it, well, for one, you don't know exactly why that thing came about. And for two, at the end of the day, it does not matter, because what you're saying right now is creating the next round. So who cares what happened in the last round if you're creating the next round with your words as you talk about the last round, right? So I'm so glad that it's all working out. It's giving me this time to really reevaluate and make sure this is what I want, make sure that I'm on the right path, make sure that I've got the right footing, make sure that I've got all my ducks in a row, whatever. Thanks. Thanks flipped upside down, like sing the Will Smith song, make it cool again. Wait, hold on. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah. His life got turned upside down. That's what it was. Danny. Danny says, how do I manifest my SB? Oh my God, you're funny. Danny's a comedian. Rachel, I like your question. How can I manifest something I feel guilty for wanting? I'm having trouble getting rid of the guilt, and I feel like that's what's holding me back. Okay, can I, I'm going to make a video out of this. I'm going to give me this. You know what? Okay. Okay. I'm going to be real. Leanne, can you please, I'm just really quickly realizing how fast this screenshot system is not going to work for me. Leanne, can you please record Rachel's question for our video list? Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate you. Melissa says, it did really make me take a step back and realize where I had stopped planning for bigger and better in all areas. I trust it was so that it all works out, best case scenario, fine by me. Yes, exactly. And then the thing about it is like, even if that wasn't it, who cares? Because what you just said was that, and now it gets to be that, so like you're always pivoting into new realities. So like a pinball, it doesn't really matter if it bounces off this edge, because it's going to bounce off the next edge anyways. So who gives a fuck about that last edge? I don't play pinball, so actually I don't know if that matters, but that's just what I saw in my head. It's like you're about to bounce off the next thought anyway, so who cares about the last one? You're about to bounce off the next reality anyways, who cares about the last one? If you can control what you're saying about where you're going next, then who cares about where you've been? I mean, obviously we care, so we do the healing work, but the language should be representing where you want to go, not where you've been. So actually, Joe, I was just listening to a Joe Dispenza thing this morning, and he said something really, really interesting. You know how sometimes people just say things in a way that makes you understand it more than you ever have before? And Dina, I don't know if he talked about this at the thingy you were at. He said, basically, boil it down, that a synchronicity, listen to this, synchronicities are, well, for one, here's what they are, and here's why it's so interesting and exciting and like awe-inspiring and whoa, because you've been practicing the future, right? Like he talks about like the known past and the unknown future, right? If I'm not mistaken, I'm not going to get him exactly. But basically how you can practice thinking about your past and recreating your past, or you can put your thoughts towards the unknown, which is scary, which is why it's harder. But then you create from the unknown, you create from what you haven't experienced versus from recreating from everything you've already had over and over again. So he says when a synchronicity happens, it's like you've been living in that unknown future for a while. You've been visualizing, you've been experiencing, you've been affirming, whatever. And so when you see a synchronicity, it's you bumping up into that future that you were visualizing. So like the connection of like, duh, that's my future. Like, oh shit, it's like the lining up of the visualization or the manifestation that you were doing for your future reality. And so that's like what the synchronicity is. It's like you're bumping up into that reality, or it's like making itself known. That's why it's like so exciting. I just heard that today. I thought it was fun. And I thought it was like a fun way of, really explaining a synchronicity. Okay. Kelly, I'm going to suggest you really focus on healing of your own self because I've just talked about 20 minutes why I'm not going to be answering specific person questions anymore. But I want to tell you the story of your trauma and abuse the wound is manifesting your current relationship is what I want to say to you. So that's where your attention needs to be, is on healing and doing what you can to heal those wounds. Oh, Leanne says, that reminds me, right before we went live last Monday, we ran into a lady with a purple rain shirt. Yeah, that was funny because we were having all kinds of okay. Yeah, so we were having all kinds of synchronicities at Disneyland. And okay, so yeah, that was one of them. I watched our Mindset Monday back. I watched the one that we did at Disneyland, and Monique and I were in line and we were talking about fast passes, and we're like, we should manifest 10 fast passes. And then I can't remember if it was the ride directly after, but within like 1, 2, 3 rides after that, we all 10 of us got fast passed for like, I don't remember, it was like Indiana Jones or something, some other ride. They fast passed all of us. And at the time we were just like, yay, manifestation, blah, blah. But then when I watched the video back, I was like, oh my God, we actually affirmed that we were going to manifest 10 fast passes, and we did. And it's on video. So I thought that was pretty exciting. And then I went in the group and I was like, oh my God, you guys. And then we had a joke. The joke in there was like, it's called Lightning Lane. And I was like, Lightning Lane. We were like shouting it all throughout the Lightning Lane because there was nobody in there. So we were like, just like fucking running through that place. And it was Indiana Jones. Yeah. Yeah. And I can't remember if it was that the next ride after, but it was not too long after that we said that and it happened. Because we completely forgot about it. And it was Monique's shirt that got us the freaking fast pass anyways. Because she had a Tiana shirt on. Oh my God. That was a fun day. Side note, apparently there's a quesadilla. I didn't see the quesadilla, I don't think. Now I have to go back to get the vegan quesadilla. Panda Bear says, weird synchronicity. I kept having the 1997 song. Oh my God. The 1997 song. Like it's so long ago. I guess it was. Bitch. Anthem of my fucking adolescence, let me say. Stuck in my head, and then it ended up being the song at the end of a movie I was watching. Wow. There you go. You're an open channel. Oh shit. And then Leanne, yeah, you left your camera on that ride and you got it back. On that same ride, on the Indiana Jones ride. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was definitely a good time. So all right, I'm going to answer. Leanne, will you take Callie's question about her SP? If you scroll up a little bit, I'm going to put that on my list of questions to answer. So Callie, I'm going to make a video about the question that you asked. So watch out for that on YouTube. Oh, I know you guys got to go on Space Mountain. I was kind of jealous that you went on Space Mountain and I picked the Autopia ride. When I was a kid, I loved it because you get to drive. But then as an adult, it's like, driving, come on. So I wish we had gone on Space Mountain instead, but it's okay. I'll just have to go back. Yeah, Kyle Cease is Bogey Lowenstein in 10 Things I Hate About You. Bogey Lowenstein made up a rumor that I buy my eyes out at an outlet mall. I fucking love that shit. Yeah. And so it's funny that, yeah, Leanne says, because Kyle Cease is in, you watched 10 Things I Hate About You and saw our friend Kyle Cease. Yeah, so he plays Bogey Lowenstein. And I told you guys, like, I have always, for some reason, been drawn to him since then. Like, I don't know why, but like, I have been like kind of loosely following him ever since then. And I do not, well, now I know why. I know now why. Because I know why now because obviously we're in the same space and we'll be connected somehow. I mean, I already talked to him, but I mean, I know in the future we'll do something together. So it's just like, it's just interesting. My intuition like picked up on him a long time ago. Cause I've ever since that Bogey Lowenstein shit. And he's also in, what's the one with Jennifer Love Hewitt? Why can't I remember it? Anywho. So Melissa says, I'm going to manifest a plane ticket to visit my best friend I've been missing in another country. I'll update soon. Yes. So visualization, draw yourself on the plane in first class. Plan out a couple places that you want to go in that spot, like make a reservation at a restaurant, like do things that you can't hardly wait. Thank you. Yes. I kept thinking not another teen movie, but obviously that wasn't the one. I'm like, it's not another teen movie. It's what it was based on, obviously. Can't hardly wait. I love that movie too. I have that on DVD. Do I have 10 things I hate about you on DVD? I might. I don't know. Reem, if you keep saying that it's impossible to get into Harvard, stop saying it's impossible. And I'm not, that's the last time I'm going to affirm that for you. It's literally, it is if you keep saying that. So quit or just deal with it. Get over it. Either deal with the fact that it's impossible or for the love of God, stop saying it. Oh yeah, Melissa, and let us know all the fun. Did I already finish that? Now I got distracted. Visayas. Thank you, Visayas. You're so much nicer than me. No, I'm not. Sometimes I'm just like, come on. Do you want to do it or not? But thank you, Visayas. Tiffany says, is a Roxy Talks tour coming to a city near me? Stranger things have happened. Mesh says, I can get into Harvard with my eyes closed. Mesh is going to be your new roommate. Mesh and Reem, roommates at Harvard. Visayas, I love it. Is going to Harvard what you really want? Good question. Visayas did some homework. So just to clarify, you can still ask questions. I just can't. I'm not going to guarantee that I'll answer them. And I might use them for a video too. So don't be scared. I'm just not going to guarantee that I'll answer them today. Well, at all. I mean, Kayla Pop-Tart says, I manifested Kendrick Lamar tickets and $50 to take my son to the movies. Yes, that's awesome. Hell yeah. When's the concert? Amy, no, I did not. I did not see. Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Okay. Amy. Girl, of course you did. Amy passed her CDL test. Proud of you, Amy. You said finally, but I don't even want to say finally because it's not even that. It's just that we knew you were going to pass and you did. That's really all that matters. And congratulations. And I'm proud of you. And thank you so much for the super chat to say that. And, all of the generosity in your super chats you've had this whole time. Just coming in here and affirming that you're passing your test, and you did. And so now you get to do, I remember you told us, okay, forgive me because I know it was at Disneyland, so I was distracted. Something was going to happen if you passed it, and now I can't remember what it was. Malachi. Malachi's here. Hi. Malachi, I worked on some music. I want to ask you, do you have any other like beats I can fuck around with? Because I fucked around on those lo-fi beats, and I like some of the stuff we have that I got. And I also want to see if you have anything else I can just jingle jangle on a little bit. Do some experimentation. Let me know. I'm sorry to ask. And if you don't answer. I don't mean to put you on the spot. I just was like, I need to ask him that. And I was going to text you, and then I forgot. And then now you're here. Emily, yep, it was Can't Hardly Wait, exactly. Priya. So weird that you said that. Babe, are you here? Someone just asked me if I can recommend any umbrella affirmations. Isn't that fucking weird? Oh my God. All right, talk about synchronicity. That's so bizarre. I'm gonna tell you why this is bizarre. So, there was a person that was reaching out to be on my podcast, and I just wasn't accepting guests. I don't really accept guests very often just because it doesn't matter. I have my own personal reasons. It's a long episode. That's why. It's just long. So I'm like, whoo, it's like a lot of work. You know it doesn't matter. It just takes a lot of energy. It's a longer one than normal. So I just don't take guests very often. So like, like Tara Strong, like I know her, she's my friend. Bob Doyle is from The Secret, and he's another like it's a manifestation. He's somebody that I always remembered from The Secret. And I think I've told you guys before, like I had an ex whose dad's name was Bob Doyle, and I always thought it was funny, like the name, it doesn't matter. So when Bob Doyle from The Secret came, I was like, oh fuck, that's a manifestation. So, like there haven't been like a ton of guests just because I just generally don't do that format. It's not really anything personal. I just don't really do it. So this person reached out, and I just wasn't accepting guests, and nothing bad. But Leanne ended up buying their book because they were, I have this book. And so she ended up buying the book and liked it. And she was like, I know you're not taking guests and whatever, but she's like, this book is really good. So she bought me the book. And so now I'm reading it. It's called 8 Secrets to Manifesting. I think I just started, so I apologize if I butchered the name. I'm pretty sure it's 8 Secrets to Manifesting by Mandy Morris. I'm pretty sure that's the name of it. And again, I apologize. I'm like literally in the first chapter. But she's talking today. I just read her talking about umbrella affirmations. And I use that oh, thank you, baby. Thank you. 8 Secrets to Powerful Manifesting by Mandy Morris. And she talks about umbrella affirmations. And I thought that was interesting because I also talk about umbrella. I think I usually call umbrella statements. I've used that term before. And so I was just telling my husband about it. I was like, oh, she talked about it in this book. And then now, and literally today, we had this conversation. And he was like, what's an umbrella? What's that? I had to explain it to him. And now you're somebody asked, and I don't think anyone has ever asked for an umbrella affirmation on Mindset Monday. So anyways, synchronicity, another one. So can I provide any umbrella affirmations that may improve different aspects of your life? Okay. The way that I approach umbrella statements or affirmations is like, it's like it covers everything, right? It's something that like encompasses all of the things that you're manifesting, so that like if that thing were true, then that would mean that everything you're working on has unfolded the way you want it to. Like all of your manifestations have had come true if that statement is your reality, right? So like for somebody that like, okay, this is more of a specific one, but this one would be a good one for like a relationship. Is like something I say a lot is I have the best husband in the world. I don't mean to affirm that. I just honestly think that. And I say it all the time. And so that is an affirmation that has come from a real person in a real long-term relationship that really feels like that's a true affirmation, like from my honest reality. And it covers all the bases. Like, so if relationships is your thing, or like, on Mindset last week, we had somebody, I'm not gonna say any names, we love her, who said, everything in my life but this one thing. And it's like, like, let's say that you have everything but the one thing. Everything in your life is fine, but not the relationship. You can say, I have the best partner in the world. I have the best fill in the blank in the world, or whatever. And it kind of like does the job of all of it, right? Like, if you genuinely believe that you have the best partner in the world, that means that your communication's good. You know what I mean? It's like everything, it kind of covers all those bases. So that might be one. That's just something that popped into my head because it's like a natural one that I just happen to think, that I realized later, like, oh, of course. Well, of course I have the best husband in the world if I'm constantly saying that. I'm constantly affirming it. So then it's constantly showing up in my life to where I validate it, and I just do the cycle again, right? So that's where you're in a cycle of what do I want to say? Like validating and recreating your 3D when it works for you, Like when people get stuck confirming or affirming the 3D, but it's in a way that it's like beneficial to you. So, it'd be like, okay, so what are some, if you want something in all area, improve different aspects of your life. Like what aspects? Like money, like I'm 100% financially independent, or hold on, let me back up on that one, because I used to use that one, and then I found out that becoming 100% financially independent can sometimes be stressful because then everything's on you. So like Visayas was saying earlier, make sure that's what you really want. But you could be, I'm 100%, I'm supported financially, emotionally, and physically. I am loved in all aspects of my life. I am supported in my career, my health. I'm just making things up. But it's kind of like pick the area you're talking about. Like you could have like a major umbrella that covers everything. Like, I love my life. I have the best life ever. My life keeps getting better. I'm the luckiest person in the world. I don't know. I'm just making things up that would cover like everything. Or if you want to have like little sub umbrellas, like your loved one, like I said, I have the best partner in the world or something. I love my relationship. I have the best relationship ever. Best partner ever. Everything always works out for me. Something like that. Like those would be, does that help? Without having any specifics to go off of. Malachi says hashtag abundance and beats. Yeah. Okay, good. Is that good? I think that's good. Abundance and beats. Kayla Pop Tart says Bob Doyle is a synchronicity for you. Oh, really? Interesting. I want to hear. Melissa, oh my gosh. You were just thinking about the thing that I said about someone said last week. We're having a lot of synchronicities today. No, let me see. Okay, what does Shantae say? Okay, Shantae says, that's lovely for me too, because I posted in 360 that Pam and I chose to buy beach towels and not get umbrellas. Though we went to a hurricane, we were using it as a powerful affirming action tool. Wow. We're not going to need umbrellas. We're going to need beach towels. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So weird. And yeah, please join us. Our new community.roxytalks.com. That's where Black Moon is going to be moving to. That's going to be the new home for all of our groups. So if you're already signed up there, then there's like different sections within it. And there's a 360 group. So all of our 360 fam, I know we started you out on Facebook. Now you have a special spot in the community.roxytalks.com area. So there's a 360 area. There is an area for synergy. There's an area for taking massive action. We actually had a Disneyland group as well, just so that we could communicate with each other like while we were at the park. So this place, community.roxytalks.com, is going to house all of our groups. And so I'm thinking about putting like a special like place that's like just Black Moon. So if anybody, like just so that we know we're not getting rid of Black Moon, it's just moving to its own space, because we do have little separate kind of like little pockets of different groups. And we might even make them some subgroups that are like specific person group or, money group or whatever, so that people can go in there and kind of talk about specific things. And I just want to make sure that it's like, this is going to be, we want to make sure that everyone knows it's a place, the community is a place to grow, to connect with others, to expand, not a place to complain, not a place to reiterate your circumstances. It's not about that anymore. Like I don't want to, okay, Mally says, of course. Yeah. I don't want to, I'm reading Leanne's book. I don't want to facilitate and foster a place for people to complain. It's not what we're doing here. We're here to do the opposite of complain. What is the opposite of complain? Like, honestly, let me Google this. Hold on. Rejoice, delight, relish, and enjoy. All right, fuck it. Fuck yeah. Shit that brings me joy. Right? Makes sense. Excuse me. So, Melissa says, my go-to umbrella is everything is working out for me, best case scenario, and I don't need to know how. Yeah. One that I've been saying is, I don't care how, I just know that it will. And it doesn't matter what I'm talking about. I don't care how, I just know that it will. And it just kind of helps when you're like flipping. I don't care. I just know that it will. I don't care. I'm not worried. I already know. I don't care. I don't need to know how. I already know it's going to work. I don't care how, whatever, over and over. Okay. Let's see what everyone put. We got compliment, gratitude, brag, appreciate, celebrate. Yes. Hello, Leanne Roche. Hello. Ooh, Priya says I was looking for a book. Yes, Priya. This book is really good. It's like psychological, scientific, and then spiritual. It's really perfect. It really encompasses everything. Like I said, I'm only I'm in the first section. So I'm in like the manifesting 101 section. So I just started the book. And it's really good. It is one of those ones where you have to really pay attention to what you're reading. It's not like a fly through it type of read. You want to like be paying attention and soaking it up, but it's very good. So yeah, Mandy Morris, here it is right here. 8 Secrets to Powerful Manifesting by Mandy Morris. B says, is it possible to brutally change our insane family roller coaster overnight? Like it's that bad that I'm even afraid if they will survive. And then there's me trying to save it with law of attraction. I'm going to tell you this, B. I'm going to tell you this right now. Hold on. I need to focus on the question at hand. Sorry, other things are popping. Come on, chat. Stay in one spot for me, please. Here's what I want to say to you. The world is a vending machine, and you are choosing what you get with the words that you use. Okay. So imagine that the world is a vending machine and you're going up and saying, I need brutal, insane, roller coaster so bad. I'm afraid to I don't even know if they're going to fucking survive. I'll take 5 of those. And you're putting your fucking dollar in and you're like, boop, 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 pushing those buttons over and over again. Okay. So is it possible? 100%, because the reality where you have, and I'm only going to use words that are opposite. I'm not saying that this is what you want. I'm just going to literally say the opposite, where you have a, peaceful, even, stable, calm, supportive Loving family is, it's like Fritos and Doritos in the vending machine. Like, bitch, I don't care. Give me your dollar and move the fuck on. Like, who cares? Put your dollar in and push the button. You know? That's it. So if you are using these these words that you're using, I'm not saying it's that I don't want to take away from what you've experienced, but you're using the language that is giving you exactly what you're experiencing. And it may feel like you're experiencing, or excuse me, it may feel like you're describing what you've already experienced in the past, which is not, I'm not saying that's not true. However, the most important thing is that while you're using that language to describe your past, you're creating your future with that language. So for the love of God, stop saying these things about your family right now. I don't care if they are. Like, if you want it to change, brutal needs to go. Ease, calm, peace, serenity. Insane, supportive, again, peaceful, even, stable, trustworthy. Overnight? What do you mean overnight? I don't need anything to change. This shit is, it's it's good. It's all good. Everything's okay. We get along really well. We support each other. You know, like, I'm so proud of, they won't even, they're doing so well. They're thriving. I'm so happy to see how healthy they are. We have such deep connections. We're so there for each other. I don't know. I'm just making things up. And then there's you trying to save it. No, you are experiencing the joy of the peaceful stability of this stable stability, the peaceful stability of your family. Right. And again, I'm not saying this to invalidate what you're experiencing. I'm saying that if you want something like that, your language has to reflect it, because it's not going to change just because you want it to, right? Like, if things change because we wanted them to, none of us would be here right now. We'd all have what we want. You have to become that which you're searching for. You have to become the person with the calm family or the stable family. And if that's the case, then you can't look at your family and think, wow, what a fucking train wreck. The only hope they have is if I can maybe get law of attraction to fucking pull a rabbit out of a hat. Otherwise, we're fucked. If that's how you're doing it, that's exactly what you're going to experience. So you have to look at your family through another lens if you want to see change. Like, there's just no way around it. And again, it's not to trivialize what you're experiencing, and not to say anything about it. Like, I don't give a fuck about why. It's none of my business why. Right now, if you want it to change, that's what you need to do. Melissa says, I feel like I could really benefit from a therapist right now, but I don't want to go in and mess up all my work. Oh yeah, do I have any advice for finding a therapist not wanting to go in and reiterating and affirming shitty past or current circumstances you don't like? Well, for one, I would say, like, the therapist I found is, like, more spiritual than I am. So she was able to, like, hold that kind of space for me. And, like, I never had to worry that anything I was talking about was, like, she was going to think I'm weird or not get it or whatever, because she was, like, doing sound baths and shit. Like, that's more than that. That's more shit than I do. So I felt safe expressing myself as much as I needed to, as far as, like, being a manifester in that environment, and also being like, okay, I'm going to affirm what I really want to say. She understood all that stuff. So that was important to me, was finding somebody that was on the same, wavelength in that regard. And then the other thing about it is that, there is a certain level of trudging up your old shit when it comes to therapy, which, if you don't work on it, like, okay, so let's say that we talk, what's been going on with you this week? Okay, this and happened. What did it make you feel like? What can you do to make yourself feel blah, 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 blah. So they give you some tools and shit, right? And you go back into your life and you do the things they say. And if you work on that stuff, then you're glad it came to light, because if it hadn't come to light, it would be festering and spilling all over your manifestations and tainting it anyways. Now that it's come to light, it's not as easy. It's not as pervasive. It's not under the surface. What I was gonna say, it's not as easy to go without you noticing, right? Like, you can catch it better when you know about it, and you can see, oh, there's that pattern coming out. There's me reacting to me, blah, 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 whatever. So if you use it to your advantage and see it as, like, this isn't about me, like, messing my stuff up. It's not about me affirming my shitty past. This is about me learning that shitty past shaped me, and it's going to continue influencing my manifestations until I make peace with it. then it's like a different conversation, right? But you really want to like keep that awareness because it does hurt, to like feel those feelings again. It's not like you're not experiencing it again. But the awareness should really, oh, just a sticker on the inside of my, okay. The awareness should really just stay on, the growth aspect or the allowance of something different, like, okay, I'm going to feel this today, but I'm going to feel it in a different way today. And I'm going to feel it in a different way the next time this comes up because I'm no longer going to let myself feel it and then be a victim to it or be a victim to my circumstances or, think XYZ thought because this feeling came up, so it's like, if you use it, then good. But don't be afraid to look don't be afraid to look there. If you're afraid to look there, that would be something to look at because what you fear hides in good stuff. Dina says, bring it to light, then clean it up. Exactly. Emily says, going to therapy is not incompatible with manifesting. The goal of a therapist is the same as ours, dismantling the old programming to replace it with a healthy one that works for you. Yep, exactly. Totally. Melissa says, I see, and I can affirm that I can talk about my experiences with anxiety and depression without it making it worse and making them a part of my story. Yeah, absolutely. Like literally that's an affirmation. I can talk about my anxiety and my depression without making it a part of who I am today. There you go. There it is right there. I should be an actor. Sometimes I want to act. Okay. I saw Visayas was saying, I feel like I've reincarnated thousands of times. I have all these memories and dreams of being other people. Okay, Visayas, you might really like, his name is Matthias Di Stefano, and he is somebody that remembers multiple, like he remembers beyond lifetimes, like beyond multiple lives. He remembers back even farther than that. He even says that he's like a memory cell. Like if we're all like cells in God's body, then he's a memory cell, and part of his job is remembering beyond his human lives, and beyond that, So there's a talk he does with Audrey Marcus on YouTube. It's wait, is that his name? No, Aubrey. His name is Aubrey. Aubrey Marcus, I think is his name. I'm sorry. Aubrey Marcus, I'm pretty sure. It's his show, and then he has Matthias on the show. And that episode is really, really good. Hold on, there's two of them. One of them, they're outside, and one of them, they're inside. The one that where they're inside is the one I'm talking about. They're sitting inside at like a giant like dinner table or something, or like, table where you eat dinner. In like a dining room. It's like that. So I think that you would really like that episode because, oh, you found it. Good. He talks about, I mean, it's so good and so expansive and so mind-blowing and just has such big concepts in it. And what you were just talking about is like exactly what he experiences. So I'd be curious to know if you might be one of these two, one of these memory cells or whatever. So can you watch that and report back next week and let us know? Okay, yeah, add it to, yeah, watch it this week because it's like 2 hours long. It's pretty long. But I just like to listen to that stuff while I'm like getting ready or doing stuff around my house. I'd rather have that going in than bullshit, I've talked about that a lot. But please, I want to hear how you resonate with that, especially just because what you said just stood out to me. And I think that it might, speak to you a lot. Dina, I want to hear some stuff from you. Tell me, what do you think? I know this is probably hard to say. What do you think is your biggest takeaway from being at Dr. Joe? Like, if you could look at like Dina from 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago or whatever, to Dina now, like, what would you say is like the biggest difference? Can I say the name again? Which one? Either Matthias Di Stefano. Yeah, I think that's who you're talking about, right? Matthias Di Stefano. Because I said Aubrey Marcus's name like 10 times. Matthias, yeah. Matias, I believe. Destefano, I'm pretty sure. Okay, yeah. So I want to hear from Dina about a little bit about Dr. Joe. Oh, here, Tiffany says, okay, let's get some juicy deets. Tiffany says, my spirit guide told me this is my 13th incarnation and I'm my soul's greatest adventure. Aww. That my soul thanks me for enduring any pain so it can expand, but the experiences still have to happen. Interesting. Wow. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for putting the correct spelling in. Thank you. It's Mattia, not Matthias. My apologies. Mattia. Thank you so much, Crimson 11. Appreciate you. Tiffany, I'll talk to you about that off live stream. Brandon's here. Besides, says, I feel like I was somebody really great several times over. You're somebody really great right now. So of course you have been. Okay, Dina says, I'm here for this juice. Dina says, the Dina from 2 weeks ago had no idea how to feel love in her heart on her own, but now I know how to produce the greatest feeling of love possible. Getting misty. She says, I also know how to quiet my mind pretty much instantly and get into total blackness and stay there and connect to the quantum field. Wow. Proud of you. Have you... Okay, I want to ask this. I'm just going to ask it. Have you forgiven the SP? That's what my mom really wants to know. Is like, did you forgive them? Like, what happened with that? He said, I also know how to produce heartgasms and braingasms all on my own. Nothing and no one outside of me is causing this. It's all me. Girl, that is my girl. I know, we should all go see Dr. Joe at some point. Rachel says, okay, I need to get on Dina's level. You know how you get on Dina's level is by practicing all day, every day, and not letting anything get in the way of the connection between you and your heart, really. You know, like, what I can say I know about the experience is that they cut off all outside communication, all distraction. They were getting up at like 5 in the morning and they were meditating for like 5 and 6 for some 4 or 5 hours at a time. So you said, Dina says, yeah, I forgave him. And I also know that when I felt that amount of love in my heart, I instantly became magnetic. You said, I kept seeing other guys that looked just like him and they would smile at me. Wow. And Dina, the other thing is you're always magnetic. Like you don't give yourself enough credit. Like you're a very magnetic person. You're beautiful, you're talented, you're sweet, you're funny. Like you're a catch. And when you can just see that, then, you know, it allows people to come through without all that bullshit. He said you cried a lot, but it was all a good feeling of release. Good. As Kyle Cease would say, you're crying out your old self. Okay, Brandon said, Brandifested. Brandifestation. Okay, I can't even say it. Brandon manifested 15K this month. Fuck yes. Yes. That's amazing. Hell yes. Dina said, we did coherence healings. We healed another person, and then they had us turn that love inward. And every time I was hysterical because I didn't know it was possible to feel that much love. Wow. Was it just like a room full of people like ugly crying together? Like that's what I just saw in my head. Because I can't I cry at commercials. So I can't even imagine like feeling that much emotion in my body. Like I would just be like kind of like in Midsummer, but real. You said you meditated a total of 40 hours within 7 days. Wow. You know what? Hold on. Look at how fucked up our world is, right? Most of us work for 40 hours. Like when you ask most of us what we did for 40 hours over the last 7 days, work is the answer. And meditating, doing all this is like obviously life-changing. Dina had this insane spirit. Yeah, I said, okay, there were people crying, but also people screaming and wailing. Yeah, I feel like that would be me. I think I would be a screamer and a wailer because you know me, I'm a big reactor. So I think that would be me. I know it would be me. Shantae says, I've been crying through this. Oh man, yeah. It's so nice that we can get together, and I just realized I have never felt like this at 122:33 in a live stream before, because I'm usually at this point I'm like deep in fucking SP triggering questions, and not today, and that feels really good. So thanks for letting me change things up a little bit. If you came in later, I'm shifting the way I'm doing things. I'm not going to answer specific person chats on Mindset Monday anymore, just because it's just very triggering for me, and I don't like where it puts me energetically. And holding that space is like, it's a lot for me emotionally. So I decided that I will take your specific person questions and turn them into actual YouTube videos. People have been asking me for that for years, so I'll go back and do more of that YouTube style, the OG style. Please watch them, okay? Here's the deal, guys. I don't know what. Sometime in the middle of 2020, YouTube decided that they were going to start lessening how many people saw my videos, and over the course of me, just the years and years and years, and now I haven't been making a lot of content because of that and stuff. So it doesn't show up, like my videos don't really show up. People aren't getting notified, right? Like there's 107,000, channel still grows, but the people who get to view it is like lower and lower and lower. So please know that they're going to be coming out. You don't even have to listen to them. Can you just turn them on and mute them so that no, listen to them. Watch the videos, please. Come watch the videos on my channel. There's going to be more. It's going to be like the old school style. They'll be shorter. They won't be super long. And we'll be putting more out throughout the week, like maybe 3 to 4 a week. So please come back and check and watch the videos so that it helps them gain traction again, so that you see the shit. Because that's really been the hardest part about it, is that like nobody's seeing everything. And it's like, I don't know how to make people see shit. So I'm trying to do it this way. I'm going to stop screaming at everybody on Mindset Monday. I'm going to enjoy my time here to come and talk with you guys about fun manifesting stuff and pump ourselves up. And then I'll take your questions and make them into videos. And then you can reference them forever, and it's way easier to find than that one time I answered the question about the something on the Mindset Monday that one time, which Leanne will know, by the way, because Leanne is amazing and takes great notes. But that's beside the point. It's much easier to find it on YouTube when it's just living there and not having to email us and figure out where it is. So yeah. Miriam says, how long did I need to practice meditating before I started receiving messages? I'll tell you exactly. Like my meditations blew up and everything got blown open when I did the uh Meet Your Spirit Guides meditation from Rising Higher Meditations on YouTube. That I don't know why. I think it was because I was expecting nothing. But I had been meditating to blank meditation tracks for so long. That was my first guided meditation I'd ever really done. So I had just like kind of like I would talk myself back. Like if you go to my website on the free resources, if you click free resources, it'll take you to a page where there's a meditation guide, like a download. And I describe how to meditate using just music, like just like a pan flute or whatever, like just the meditation, just the track, the 444 hertz or whatever the fuck. That guide is how I used to meditate before I started. I mean, I've updated it since then. But that's kind of like, I built that in the beginning of when I would just kind of meditate. I would meditate like 15, 20 minutes a day, every single day. That's what that guide was. So if you want to look back on like, if you wanted to see like the arc, you don't have to, it doesn't matter. That type of meditating got me clarity and it did the trick. It like I had great experiences. I had, I was calm. It helped me change my life. But it wasn't until I did the guided meditation where she like takes you to the specific place and she like prompts you so much and opens you up. And then when I had that meditation, it was like profound. Like I saw a freaking Andromeda. Her name was Andromeda. She was blue. Like even after I Googled it, like the thing that I saw in my mind was like a real thing that people have like drawn pictures of and stuff. So that was my first time communicating like that. But ever since then, that's what I do now every time now. So there are days, if I've got too much going on in my head, I have a harder time clearing out my stuff and it's more just me like witnessing what's going on in my mind. That's just as valid to me as a meditation. I don't have to have a profound vision or experience for it to be a successful meditation. But ever since I did do that one, because I didn't know that was possible. I'd never had something like that happen before. So now that I do know it's possible, I'm going there with my, I know how to talk to him now. So yeah, check out that meditation because it's really good. And honestly, all of her meditations are really good. I have like 3 on YouTube. She has like 50. So definitely do my meditations, but if you want like a ton of meditations, you can do Rising Higher. I love that channel. If I have to do a guided or like sometimes I don't have time to do I don't have time, I tell myself, to do an unguided meditation. So I'll throw on like that same one. It's like 25 minutes. Because it's just really good. And I always have a profound experience when I do that meditation. But 99% of the time I'm meditating to just straight blank music, meditation music. Like Meditative Mind. I sleep to the ones on Meditative Mind. And then I think it's Jason Stevenson is the one that is that Jason? I can just look right now. I can tell you exactly who makes it. Oh, and you know what? I just realized Malachi and I made some plain meditation tracks and I put them into Taking Massive Action. So if you're in Taking Massive Action, actually there's a bunch of meditation tracks in there that you can have or that you can use. But I think I'm going to put them on iTunes as well. I just haven't done that yet. So that's something I'm thinking about doing. Okay. And I saw some super chats come through. I'm going to look at these. Crimson. Oh yeah. Let me tell you this real fast before I forget I'm doing this. Where's Triangle? I literally have I call one of them Triangle because the picture's a triangle. I'm like, babe, can you put Triangle on? Yeah, I love Triangle. Let's see. There she is. I actually have 2 triangles, but might show the picture. Is this by Jason Stevenson? Yeah, this is Jason Stevenson. He's a triangle. And then what's the other triangle one? This one's by, this is also by Jason Stevenson. And that's the other triangle one that I like. Manifest Miracles, that's what that one's called. Oh, they're both called that. Manifest Miracles, Attraction, Elevate Your something, something. Yep, all right. Those are my favorite ones. Okay, Crimson, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, thank you for your help. Today I watched your video about manifesting while experiencing depression and it helped get out of my spiraling thoughts. I appreciate you. Thank you. And listen, like, I know it's hard. I definitely have to go through it myself. And part of what you really have to do and practice is like being easy on yourself and being kind to yourself. And I think a lot of like what happens when we're in that depressed space and having those thoughts is like by nature, they're not very kind, to us. And if we can kind of work on creating an environment within our minds where we don't allow that kind of language over time with practice and setting new standards for yourself, I think that it'll help in these moments when you are experiencing depressed feelings to not let your thoughts like let the ponies out of the stable and fuck everything up even more. It's one thing to feel the way you're feeling, but it's another thing when your thoughts add to it and make it worse. And obviously the thoughts and the feelings are feeding off of each other and it's kind of like this back and forth thing. But if you are more conscious about what you're doing with your thoughts, then you're able to like peel them away or keep them more separate from the feelings and just kind of let the feelings be just because they're valid, and like they represent something greater or something deeper than what those thoughts are telling you in the moment. And if you can kind of keep that awareness and separate the feeling from the thoughts, you have more of a chance of not, prolonging the depression or the feelings and stuff like that, and helping yourself out of those situations. So thank you and congratulations. I'm glad you're recognizing and helping yourself in the moment because that's what really matters. Amy, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I'm in a transition period of life. I'd like to shift my energy into more self-care. What's the best, most efficient way to shift my energy with my hectic schedule? Okay, first of all, hectic schedule, let's take that label off. Whatever your schedule is right now, whatever, it doesn't matter. The last thing we need to do is call it hectic because you've already manifested that apparently. So you say. Not that I don't trust you, but like, do we need to keep talking about it? Sorry. Meaning not that it's not important, but that if we keep affirming or labeling it this way, it's just going to stay that way. So let's first start off. Let's use the healing. Step 1 of the healing, 4-step healing process is dissociation. So your schedule is not hectic. You have a really peaceful and easy schedule. You have plenty of time for yourself. In fact, you have so much free time that you get to fill it with all kinds of new stuff you didn't even realize you wanted to do, or more stuff that you wanted to do, something like that. So the first thing we're going to do is change the language, change the identity of your schedule as being hectic. Now it's peaceful, easy, flowing, open, tons of time, tons of space, exactly what you want, or, whatever it is that you actually want your schedule to be, that's what it is. So that's the first thing. And then the next thing would be to, okay, now that we are going to look at how great and easy your schedule is, I want you to look at your schedule and actually do some, what I'm hearing is trimming the fat, and consolidating is what they're telling me. So you need to look at what are you spending time on that's either like a suck hole of your attention or your spirit, or where are the things that like you don't like to do, so you take longer to do them, like for me, like it takes me a really long time sometimes to like read and correct like captions like from my team, like my social media team. They always like run things by me to make sure that they sound good, and sometimes that job is so daunting just to look at a caption and like just like rephrase the sentences so they work, that it takes me like hours. So, and that's really sad, and that's a big suck hole of my time sometimes. So, that's somewhere where like my team and I are working on becoming more efficient there, because that's just like a real waste of energy and time. And it just doesn't help anybody. It just makes me feel depleted and defeated. So look at your schedule for where there's suck holes. Where are you procrastinating? Where are you taking long to do things that you don't like to do? And let's consolidate, let's rearrange, and let's find some time to put in the shit that brings me joy and the self-care. The self-care and the shit that brings me joy. You have to have both, in my opinion. You have to have the joy. Remember we talked about earlier what the opposite of complaining is? Joy, enjoyment. So enjoying your life and being, a productive, eager co-creator starts with you making yourself do more things that you enjoy. So if it's 5 minutes you can fit in, let's see, like, okay, it normally takes me 20 minutes to XYZ because I really can't stand doing it. From now on, I'm going to put it at the front of my day, and it's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to get it out of the way and do it in 5 minutes because I know it's how long the job actually takes. And now I have an extra 10 minutes of my day that I can feasibly meditate or knit, jump rope, fucking listen to Megan Thee Stallion, write a book, walk your dog, call your best friend, sing your favorite song. Doesn't matter what it is. But you can start putting in more of the joy and the self-care, and let's even turn self-care into self-love, because it goes beyond physical care. It's emotional, it's emotional care and stuff like that, to energetic care too. So consolidating, rearranging, readjusting, and really kind of looking at your schedule and saying, okay, where can I actually put these things in? Like, even listening to a podcast while you're driving versus listening to music or whatever is helping. It's going to do it. It's going to do a difference. It's going to make a change in your life. Listening to affirmations while you wash your face and take your makeup off at night or brush your teeth, whatever, it's going to make a difference than not listening to anything. So there's things that you can do even like while you're doing the things that you already do. So even if you feel like there's no space to add in, you can still like sandwich things on top of each other by just, reciting your affirmations while you're brushing your teeth. When you're looking in the mirror and I don't know what you do. If you're in the morning, when you're taking a shower, you're, listening to you're reciting your goals or whatever it is. It's just like, if you can't rearrange, consolidate, and sandwich stuff in, they want you to do all three. That's what they're telling me. Okay. And congratulations on your easy, peaceful, fun, rewarding life. There's a good umbrella. I have an easy, peaceful, fun, and rewarding life. That's a great umbrella affirmation. Easy, peaceful, fun, and rewarding life. Okay. Vanessa. Okay. I see you, Vanessa. Vanessa, I hope you're doing well, babe. Says, hi, Roxy. Whatever you channel is always spot on. I noticed that I particularly get triggered on the weekends. I really want to be able to not spiral and dread them as much. Okay. So I do want to notice and appreciate and say, I see that you're not asking about your SP today, but you might kind of still be a little bit, right? A little bit, maybe. I'm not sure, but I appreciate the fact that your focus is on you. And I just want to give you, acknowledge you for that. So I'm going to tell you what I did for my life, right? I I can sometimes get triggered on the weekends or go into like overdrive mode where like I work the whole weekend, I don't take any time off. And and I'll tell you where this is coming from too. I listened to a training by this coach Stephanie Hewson, and it's called Hold the Energy, and she talks about who you have to be and show up as in your life as a constant in order to manifest what you want. So like, let me extrapolate on what I'm just knowing your backstory and having like had coaching with you, or having you had coaching with me, knowing like what's going on with you. I'm just going to do a little guessing and just let me know if I'm right about this. You're asking about the weekend because generally it seems like when I talk to you, your plans with your SP were on Fridays or the weekends, and then they would usually fall through. So, and let's say that you've been dealing with SP for 2 years or something like that, right? You have been conditioned for 2 years to hope for the like hope all week, and then have your hopes dashed by the weekend. So it makes sense that even without the story, your body is still living out that pattern, right? Like your feelings in your body are still um having that. I'm trying to think. Even like Joe Dispenza was talking about, when I was listening to him in today's thing, was talking about the patterns that you kind of recreate, because it's almost like an addiction where like, even if you change the thought about your SP, you're so conditioned to feeling that dread for the weekend that even if your thoughts are in a different place, your body has become addicted and accustomed to the feeling. So it's going to trigger the thoughts that'll bring on the dread, more dread, right? So what I was just talking about with Amy about her schedule, this is what I want you to do for your weekends. I want you to make your weekends so fucking fun and great that you trigger what? Dread what? You're dreading the best 2 days of your life? I'm sorry, what? And what I was going to say about myself is like, I kind of was having that thing this weekend too. Like on Friday, I was stressing or worried about whatever I was worrying about, and I listened to that talk that this person had, and it's like, you know what? Me stressing or worrying or trying to like whatever is not going to bring in what I need. It's not going to make what I want or need come through. What will make it come through is me being in joy, not being stressed, letting things happen, being at the vibration of somebody that maintains what it is I'm talking about. So I said, fuck it. And I just had a great weekend. I did all the things I like to do. I sang at the top of my lungs in my living room in the fucking afternoon. I don't even care. I went to a baby shower, I had a few mimosas, and I came home and I sang at the top of my lungs. Then I came home and into the studio because I was all, I was like, well, my voice is all warmed up. I might as well come in here and lay some music down in the studio, which I did. And then the next day, my husband and I played cornhole in our yard and like did some grilling and stuff. And so to me, it was like, I could either spend this time stressing or trying to like do extra things to make blah, 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 whatever, but that wouldn't put me in the mindset or the energy that actually brings in the things that I want, right? We know what actually brings it. We know that you have to be high vibe or whatever. You have to be the person that gets that stuff before you get it. So if my happiest, like she asked them thing, like if you're like, because it was a business thing. So her question was like, if someone came through and paid your highest package in full right now, what would you do? And my mind was like, celebrate. So then I was like, bitch, then I need to be celebrating right now. I need to be celebrating right now in order to be the energy that draws that in naturally, right? So your weekends, make them so fucking exciting. Put stuff in there. And again, for me, when I was like even if I don't care if my neighbor's here, I don't care if they think I'm loud. I don't care if they think I don't give a fuck what they think, because when I'm in my living room, it has good acoustics. That's why I go in there. I'm in my living room and I'm singing and I have my little microphone and I'm practicing and I'm in my head. I'm performing and I'm living my fucking life. And I'm being little Roxy. I'm being my inner child who is like, this is my life. This is my house. I can do this. This is my house. I can turn on Mariah Carey and sing it at the top of my lungs with my doors open if I want, because it's my house. I can do that. No one's going to stop me. Even if the cops were called, they can't stop me from doing that because it's in the middle of the fucking day. I have my like, they might ask me to turn it down a little bit, but come on. Anyways, my point is, I can do whatever the fuck I want. And I really had that realization today, this weekend. I was just like, I'm living the life. Like, this is the most important thing I can do right now, is be a little buzzy off fucking mimosas and sing at the top of my lungs, because it made me feel like I enjoyed being alive. And that's the goal, right? Like, I'm glad I'm here. I want to stay here. I like this. So my advice to you is, knowing that the dread's going to get triggered because of what you've kind of been conditioned to over the course of the last couple of years, and that now we're triggering that you need to be kind of like, it's like your training wheels, right? Like, you're in training wheel mode right now. So you need to be cautious. Like, you're not really stable on the bike yet. So don't take the wheels off, kind of. So you need to be paying attention. All right. The weekends are a fun time for me. And I'm going to make sure that I'm doing things, or that I'm scheduling things in my weekend from top to bottom, and from morning to night, the whole weekend, even if I'm going to sing at the top of my lungs for 4 hours on Saturday from fucking 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., then that's what it is. And you just kind of do it, and you just do the things you actually like to do, so that the body is going to start being eager for the weekend, being excited, because the story is, my weekends are lit, fam, as the kids would say. Not even the kids. I don't even think the real kids say it. It's like the middle kids. Because Gen Zs don't say lit, right? That's like older Gen Z, right? Young Gen Z, I don't think you guys say lit. I don't know. I'm not you. I don't know. I was Gen Y, and then they turned it into a millennial. I was like, I liked Gen Y. I thought that was cool. Gen Y. Okay. Thank you, Leanne. So here's the deal. If you're missing coaching from me, if you've been my one-on-one client, and you miss talking to me, the group sessions are where it's at. We're having so much fun. Like, if you notice, like, the people in the 360 fam, the Disneyland fam, not that Disneyland's like, you could come to Disneyland for just to show up, but the communities that we're building are super, super powerful, and having each other to kind of lean on, hold each other accountable, and be inspired by has been really, really awesome for the members and for me to see as a coach. So the next round, we're doing 360. That's starting at the end of the month. 360 is back. And you get four Q&A sessions with me, and then 4 group studies where you go together and you guys kind of do everything and talk together and come together and see what's working. So some of our Taking Massive Action people are here. Tiffany's here. Leanne's here. Taking Massive Action, we have the teaching with me and group study. You get it both things each week. And I know that they've been having so much growth and connection, and just so much cool stuff unfolding in the study groups. So I'm really excited to keep going, and lots of cool stuff coming, stuff that we're planning, and stuff coming down the line. So if you're missing coaching from me, 360 is your next option to get in on the next program, where I will be doing live coaching. There will be coaching within 360. There hasn't been really any coaching within Taking Massive Action. It's been more like a course and learning and connecting with others. 360 will have coaching on it. So again, if you're one of my one-on-one people, or if you're, if you were in 360 and you're missing it, come back in. That's where you can do coaching with me, is in 360. Shantae says, thank you, Shantae. As I was saying that, Shantae was saying, I can relate to weekends being hard. That's when I was getting in my head, but 360 gave me structure. I'm thriving, having structure and scheduling in the shit that brings me joy. Yay. Thank you. Hold on. I need a testimonial. Thanks, Shantae. Brandon said, I was thinking the same thing. It's going to be a lit weekend. Yeah. I think that was from you. You said it. Okay, Vanessa says, yes, that makes so much sense. Even when I'm trying to just focus on work on and myself, my body's still so used to the dread pattern with SP. I'm going to enjoy them more. Thank you. Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, if you, I know that you were also my one-on-one coach or client. So, if you're interested in coming into the group programs, they're really good. They're really effective. And I do some coaching in there. Again, like I said, 360 will have coaching, within it. So yay, Tiffany says, taking massive action is awesome. Thank you, Tiffany. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm loving the new structure, and we're still experimenting with it. So there's even like our next thing is going to be like a totally different structure. So I don't want to say too much because 360 I'm just so excited for what all the things we're doing. So 360 is what's on the focus now, is going back in. We're redoing 360, taking another round through, and just really hammering in these fundamentals, because I would say 360 is like, it's the bedrock. It's the foundation. It's what you need to know. It's all the concepts. It's the practices. It's the day in, the day out. It's the habit forming, the making your body addicted to something better than dread or worry. That's exactly what 360 is. Yeah. And if you're in Synergy, then you just get 360 anyways. You get everything we do. So you're going to get, what are we doing? What's the one at the end of the month? Oh my God. Move the fuck on. I've already moved on. I already forgot. No, move the fuck on. We're doing it at the end of the month. So anybody who's stuck, I'm doing a special master training for you. $99. Actually, till tonight, it goes up to 111. So, sorry if this is confusing. It's pretty easy when you think about it. We have a master training at the end of the month. It's a 1-hour training. It's called Move the Fuck On. If you were in Pass the Test last month, it's like that. But this time we're talking about moving on. We're talking about being stuck, getting the fuck over it, shifting the energy, and making some shit happen. That's what that's about. $99 until midnight tonight, until it goes up to 111. So if you want to sign up, you can do that. RoxyTalks.com/live programs. You can sign up for all this there. Then we have 360 Method coming back again at the end of the month. That's an 8-week group program with live coaching. So that's in depth. This is my signature method. Again, this is teaching you how to become an expert manifester. This is everything you need to know to understand manifesting at the most fundamental level and apply it to every area of your life. That's what 360 is. And then if you're part of Synergy, that's my monthly subscription where you just get all of it. You just get everything. It's already included. You just get all the links. You're already on it. You don't have to worry. It's all a part. Everything's taken care of. And like I said, October's next program is going to be something completely different than what we've done before. So you can't even predict it. It's all going to be different. So the goal is, I don't want it to be stale. I want it to be fun. If you're in Synergy, like, I want you to be so excited for the next program and the next program and the next program, because it's all different and it's all connecting in new ways. It's all uncovering new things, manifesting in different ways, learning new stuff, and just really becoming who we want to be. That's the whole goal. So RoxyTalks.com/live programs. If you want to see kind of a recap of all that stuff, what I just said, all in black and white printed out for you. And then Leanne's dropping a bunch of links in the chat as well. Tommy, hello, Tommy. So yeah, one more time, I'll just give you the rundown. Move the fuck on. That's our 1-hour master training happening at the end of the month. That is $99 until tonight. It goes up to 111 at midnight PST. Then we have 360, which is our 8-week program, major transformation, understanding manifestation at its core, become your best manifestation expert, learn it all. Live coaching on that program as well, 360. And if you're in Synergy, you get it all. Join Synergy and just get it all. Okay. All right. Tommy says, rest, recovery, regenerate, shit that brings me joy, family, recalibrate. There you go. There's your plan for the weekend. That's the weekend plan right there. Rest, recovery, regenerate, shit that brings you joy, family, recalibrate. Yes. And that's how we start out the next week. Flourishing. That's how we greet Monday perfectly, and then we can have our mindsets perfectly set for Monday, go into the week excited, ready for whatever's going to come our way. Days. Oh my God. Days. Hold on. I'm going to have to, this is another testimonial. I got a screenshot. Hold on. Days says, OMG, Roxy, I'm on module 2 of the specific person workshop and I'm already seeing so much movement. Yay. Proud of you. That's so awesome. Yay. If you want to share any details, please feel free. Specific person workshop also available at my website. If you're in Synergy, guess what? You get that too. You get all of it. So, yay. Thank you so much, Days, for coming and sharing that. Module 2 is the module where you start rewriting your thoughts and creating new affirmations for your SP and your love life. So, heck yes, I'm so proud of you. Keep going. Stay focused and keep growing. That's the most important thing. As you see movement, you may have to shift. So, okay, let me tell you this tip right now. Because you're already in module 2 and you're seeing movement, you may have to redo module 2 as you're doing module 2 because you're already seeing movement. So your affirmations may be behind. Like for example, let's say that you were let's say you were blocked. I'm just making something up. Let's say you were blocked and through this course you've been unblocked, but like you were working on module 2 and you're like, I am blocked. You got to move your shit forward because your story has changed, right? So make sure that like even as you're doing this module, you're moving forward now because this is where you have to move your story forward when you have movement. And this is the module about your story, like about, rewriting your story. So it's like important that I would say, reevaluate now before you even go farther because you've already seen movement. And you said, okay, you were right. The first module was a lot. Yeah, it is a lot, but it's for the best, right? You need to see all of it in order to work on it. You said I actually went through some of the prompts with my therapist because it aligned perfectly with what we've been talking about in our sessions. Yeah. Oh my God. Yay. Full circle chat. We were talking about therapy just a minute ago and how it can align with manifesting. Well, fuck, man. Just kidding. This like I stand behind that course so much. Like I know it is so good. If you work that damn thing, it works for you. So anybody that's working on your love life, the specific person workshop is honestly where it's at. Like that thing is going to get you. It's going to get whatever your deal is, it'll figure it out. Okay, you said you definitely get what I'm saying about the movement. Yeah. So everybody, this is for everybody though. When if you see movement in your manifestation, take your words and your affirmations forward a little bit because a big problem I see in clients is like they'll get movement, but they don't change what they're saying and manifesting. They don't change like their starting point. And so they get stuck in that period of like back and forth between this one movement. So it's like you'll get movement, you'll get unblocked, and then you'll get blocked again kind of a thing. You won't move forward because your story needs to go forward again. Ooh, Days, tell us the synchronicity because we've been talking about synchronicities as well. Another synchronicity for today's chat is about synchronicities. You said I just started rewriting the story about my SP and then had the weirdest synchronicity. Okay, yeah, I want to hear this. Definitely want to hear this. I'm going to take a little sippy sip. Hi, Mingo. Hi. Oh, you're so cute. You're the very stretching girl. She's stretched. She's so stretched. Yeah, that's a big stretch. That's a big old stretch. Yep. Mm-hmm. So Mango's like, her butt is like losing color in spaces. Like her butt, like she's, how do I say this? She's getting spots on her butt, but because like some of her brown is fading. It looks like someone dropped bleach on her butt. So she has like all these spots on her butt now. My little spotted butt girl. I don't know why I'm telling you that because I'm petting her and that's what I'm looking at is her little spotted butt. Hi, Gail. Hi, my little sweet girl. Hi, baby. I told her next time she sees grandma, she's going to have a whole spotted butt. You're going to have a whole spotted butt next time you see your grandma. She's not even going to know who you are. She won't even recognize you. Who's that spotted butt girl? See, my granddaughter never had no spotted butt. Okay. Okay, you said, for background, she moved overseas and we broke up shortly after. I was reading something for my anthro class and started talking about the mythology of the exact place she moved to. Then I looked at my clock and saw 123, which is the angel number I've been seeing everywhere for the past month. There you go. There you go. So, like Dr. Joe said, when your synchronicities come through, it's because you've been visualizing or living in the energy of your future. And now that future is coming to pass in the 3D. And so your visualization or your manifestation is bumping up against the 3D reality. And that has that electrifying moment of like, there it is, there it is. So that's, fucking cool. Okay, hold on. I gotta see. I speak my truth. I did not see your comment. Says, not sure if you saw my comment, but it was, oh, I must have missed part of it. Not sure if you saw my comment, but it was that I manifested my SP and I in a committed relationship. My SP and I in a committed relationship in less than a month. Fuck yeah. Sorry. Wait. Is anybody ever like if you wear glasses and you're not wearing them, you like go to push them up, like your phantom glasses? Day says, it was a small thing, but it showed me everything is working. It's not a small thing. That is not a small thing. That is your brain bringing, braised beef is brilliant. Your brain bringing something into the 3D reality, bringing something new into the 3D reality. So that's pretty huge and not small at all. SG says, damn, now I'm rereading module 2 as well. Listen, it can't hurt you. Like you could literally do module 2 like every week and like see growth because we are growing and we're growing even if it's incremental. If you paid attention to those increments and like magnified them, you would kind of like magnify the energy of your growth, right? So if you were like noticing like, wow, last week I was dreading getting the text message, and this week I'm kind of like not really worried if it comes through. And then the nuances of your the nuances of your affirmations can be, how do I how do I want to say this? You can add nuance to your affirmations that take you even farther than you would have gone if you hadn't noticed. You know what I mean? So it's like it's always awareness and discipline, the cornerstones of 360 method. I always say that. But no matter what you do, the more you pay attention, the better chance you have at doing something about it and actually catching it in the moment. Julia, you're so sweet. Julia says, the amount of synchronization I have with my SP since I met him is insane. And as I incorporate all your beautiful videos in my routine, scripting, yoga, all things for me, they happen more and more. Yay. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And hell yes. You said we are magnetic. Yes, ma'am. Tommy says, I'm feeling this. September for me has been very self-absorbed in all the best ways for manifestation. And I'm seeing all these signs and synchronicities that everything I've been working on is ready. It is. And the other thing is like, oh, Mohammed, appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yes, please leave your questions in the comments. If you're taking off and you want to see a question answered at one of my videos, please leave a question in the comments since I'm not going to be answering so much of them in the live stream anymore. But thanks, Mohammed. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you coming every week. Okay. Tommy was talking about, okay, you said signs and synchronicities that what you've been working on is ready. So I want to think about that. Okay, let's talk about that a little bit. When we have our goals, right? Like, imagine you have the goals that you're manifesting. We all have the things we're manifesting. Most of us probably have like between like 1, 2 to 6, maybe 10 things we're manifesting, right? Like, if you really kind of like broke down your list, your goals or whatever, it'd be like several things in a few key areas of your life, right? Generally. Then what? Right? There's always something happening and things are always going to be unfolding. Something is always going to be unfolding, right? Like you're always going to be in the season of like, okay, if life is a roller coaster, there's always going to be cars that are doing this, that are climbing before it gets that top and like crests and everything falls down, right? So, and just like roller coasters, there's multiple cars going. There can be like some things that are in the fucking loop-de-loop, and some of them are taking that fucking nosedive, and some of them are coming to a halt. Some of them are, climbing. So understanding that things are always, always unfolding. You're always in that unfolding process and nothing's ever really done. Then like, of course, what you're working on is unfolding. And of course, what you're doing is making things happen, right? So you can really understand that you don't have to like convince yourself too much that this is happening and working out for you if you just know that like, you know what? I'm on the track. I'm faced the right direction. I'm working on this every day. I'm not perfect. I'm not Roxy, me talk. I'm not perfect. All the people that are manifesting their worlds are not perfect and they're still able to do it. So that's not part of the equation. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep going. Like if you're on a track, you're going to hit every fucking inch of the track, just like a roller coaster. If you're in that dang car, you're going up, you're going down, you're going sideways, you're going upside down, you're going all the things, right? You're doing it all. So if you can understand that, of course that shit's working out. How could it not? Like I'm literally on the track. I'm on the ride. I'm on the street. I'm on the whatever. I'm on the path. I'm moving forward. The more I feel good about that, the more I feel good when those things happen. The more you put yourself into joy now, the more you focus on just letting yourself radiate in the gratitude of being alive, all those things that you're working on, not only are they going to manifest, but when they come about, you're going to be able to experience them in a much better way than you would have if you hadn't been practicing your gratitude or looking at the fact that, hey, this is unfolding. This is exciting. I'm doing this all. It's happening right now. Taking stock in the fact that you're in control and it's all unfolding for you. So just expanding on everything you said, I think it's really great. It's good energy. And the things will always be unfolding. So don't ever, get caught up in this idea of if I don't have these 3 things or these 6 things or these 10 things, then I don't have it, right? Because you're going to get those 3 things, those 10 things, those 6 things, and then you're going to think of 600 more things that you want, and you're going to get those things too. So the energy is about the enjoyment. The energy is about putting yourself first. The energy is about just doing the things that make you feel good, because I want to feel good when the thing that I want pops through. Like imagine if the manifestation that you've been wanting for your whole life popped through when you felt like shit. You know what I mean? Like that would kind of suck, right? You've been waiting your whole life and now you're stressed because it came through in a stressful, whatever. So if you were more in joy and gratitude and ease and peace, and you made that your near constant state or as much as possible, when your manifestation comes through, you know how to enjoy it. You know how to be happy and appreciate and take stock in the fact that, fuck yeah, I just did that and it just worked or whatever. Again, we have to practice being it now. And that involves like every level of it. And back to the thing that the coach I was talking about, Stephanie Houston, she said, if you're not maintaining the energy of what you want now, are you really ready for that thing that you are manifesting? Like if you can't hold on to the energy of having it now, are you actually ready to manifest it? You're not. You're not. So you have to be able to be the energy of it now in order to actually get it. And if you can't be it, you're not ready to have it. Right? So practice. It takes practice over and over and over. Practice. Like this is what life is. You're here for as long as you're here, right? This is the game. This is how it works. So get comfortable with the idea that your job here is not to make these things happen so that you can enjoy them. Your job is to enjoy what's going on, and then the stuff can happen. And not that I'm enjoying it so that the stuff happens, understanding that the enjoyment opens the door for stuff to come through. And that if you stay in the enjoyment, the door stays open. Dina says that was the whole point of us doing the walking meditations. You do it with your eyes open. Yes, exactly. Exactly. You got to maintain it. You have to stay there. If you can only do it in meditation, you're only in that energy for half an hour a day or whatever, then like your ratio's out of whack and you have, a higher chance of pushing your manifestation away, making it take longer. And then again, missing it when it comes through, not really realizing that it has come through because you're not practiced at celebrating yourself and acknowledging it. And third, you run the risk of not being able to actually enjoy it because you haven't practiced enjoying your fucking life. And even the best of the best isn't going to change that when it comes through. Like I said earlier, her thing was, if somebody came through and paid in full for your highest package right now, what would you do? My first thing, celebrate. And that's why I was like, bitch, I need to celebrate. I need to celebrate right now. Because I can't just celebrate when the XYZ comes through, or I can't just celebrate when the manifestation happens. I'm out of the energy of it. I'm not maintaining the energy of having it. And that causes this. This is why we're doing this all the time, up and down. That's why it feels like shit. Tommy says life is magnificent. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so I feel much different today than I normally do. So that's good. Let's talk about our homework. Okay, this is your homework. I want you to sit down and I want you to look at the ideal that you want to get to right now. Like for me, I wrote, like I told you before from that book, Get Rich Lucky Bitch. I write down my goals every day now. Actually, I write them down twice a day because she says the difference between a millionaire and a billionaire is that a billionaire writes their goals down twice a day. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll write them down twice a day. My goals personally that I'm writing down have to do with like an income goal, house, car, friend, ships, whatever. And then like a personal, like the next like other business venture that I want to do. Like that's generally my 5 things that I write down every time. So what I want you to do, I want you to get into the mind frame, the energy, the vibration of the ideal you. Like, so again, if all those 5 things on my goal list were to happen, that's the ideal me that I'm working with personally right now. Like that's when I think of ideal me or the ideal reality, that's where I go. So I want you to, first thing for your homework is write down or get clear. You can do it with goals, one blankety blank and whatever. Make sure it's a current, like I am, it is, it will, or past tense, but not like it will be. Not in the future, it's in the present or it did already happen. So I want you to write out your goals in this way, or your ideal self. I want you to get clear on when I say my ideal self or my ideal reality, or when I'm thinking about like everything like that I want, what is my actual definition of happiness? I want you to know what that is because it's different for everybody. So get clear on what that is. Doesn't matter if it compares to other people's, who gives a fuck about them? Write down what it is that you see as ideal and like where you're going. Like, what is it? Who would you be to have all your shit, all the stuff that you want? Hello. Hello, Hilson. That's step 1. Then I want you to literally get into the energy. So drop into a meditation or clear your mind out. Like Dina was talking, like kind of zeroing your mind out. And I want you to connect with that version and talk with them, meet them where they are, feel what that's like to be them and like live in the life, live in the house, have the money, have the partner, whatever it is, have the job, and get to their space energetically. And then I want you to soak up that energy. And then for the next week, every day, I want you to make sure that you're maintaining that energy. It's not about having the stuff. It's about you tapped into yourself, having it all. What did it feel like? What's their vibe like? How would they approach XYZ? How would they approach that bill? How would they approach that person? How would they approach traffic? How would they approach doesn't matter. I want you to, Brandon says, my mind immediately tells me I already am that. Fuck yeah. Brandon knows what's up. So Brandon, what I want you to do is I want you to get really clear. Maybe you're already clear. I want you to get even clearer. I want you to just really dive deep into what exactly that means so that, hi Jennifer, so that when we're doing these things, knowing what our ideal is or saying our ideal or affirming all this shit, you know exactly who that person is. You know exactly what that reality looks like and you know how it feels. So you can embody that energy at any time. And that's kind of what I want for the homework. So I want you to practice getting to know the energy of your ideal self. And then I want you to maintain it. I want you to maintain that energy all week. I want you to be that person all week. And if you slip up, pat yourself on the back because you just noticed. Like that's the energy. When you slip up, oh, fuck, I slipped up. Good job. You got it. You got it. You caught yourself. You're good to go. That's how we treat ourselves when we slip up, is by acknowledging, celebrating the fact that we caught it and that we're back on track. Okay. That's the only way you acknowledge that you fell off track. Oh, shit. Oh, look at me getting back on track. I'm so good at this. I'm so proud of myself. Okay. That's how I don't want anyone to beat themselves up for not maintaining that energy, but that's what the homework is. So Brandon says, okay, I'll get into the nitty gritty. Yeah, get into the nitty gritty. Because, it's like, it could be that there's stuff deeper in there that you didn't realize that you wanted that was important to you, or there could be stuff that you thought was important that actually doesn't really resonate with you. It's just something that other people make look cool, or it seems like it comes with the territory. So really getting clear on what your idea of ideal is, and then tap in, connect with them, converse with them if you want, go through their house. Like I literally talk to my ideal self every day in meditation. I go to her house, I ring the doorbell, I see what she's wearing, we have a little kiki, and then I step into her energy, and then I go about doing whatever tasks she was doing when I got there. So that's what I do every single day. I want you to, you can do that visualization if you want, but what I really want you to do is just really getting into how do they love? How do they love their life? How do they celebrate? Leanne says, my ideal version loves tacos, I'm sure. So your ideal version loves tacos. Is she having like dinner parties and like taco night, like serving all her friends or whatever that is? Like, just what is that? What if, for example, I was talking to my husband one night, I was like, well, if we were the multi-millionaires we want to be, what kind of rich person would I be? Me, I like throwing parties. So I probably would be hosting events a lot. I'd probably be hosting charity events and dinners and like parties and themes and themed things, whatever. So why do I have to wait? Why do I have to wait till I have millions of dollars to do that? I don't. And so it's like kind of getting into the energy again. You don't need to have all of the stuff to be the energy, to match the energy of it. And that's where I want you to focus this week. I can match the energy now, and I'm going to maintain it for a whole fucking week. I'm going to be that version without any evidence. I don't care how. I don't care when. It's none of my business. I don't need to know. I actually don't even need the manifestation, because guess what? I already feel the way I've been trying to manifest shit to make me feel. That's the point of the homework, right? Tommy says, party at Roxy's. Shit. Danny, yes, it is live, but I am about to jump off. It's live, but it's almost ending. It's my auntie's birthday, so I gotta go. I'm gonna go have dinner at my auntie's house. See my cousin. Besides this, I'd love to do what that Chinese billionaire did, where he built a bunch of new homes for his hometown. Okay, then great. Go help people. You don't need a fucking dollar to go swing a goddamn hammer somewhere or to help people that don't have homes. So I hope you're saying this because you're saying I'm going to go help some people, and not because you're saying I need a billionaire I need to be a billionaire in order to build a town. No. If you like that somebody took their money and built a bunch of new homes for somebody, then go take your ass with a goddamn hammer and some nails and start fucking building some homes or something, right? You can do something like that today. You can help homeless people today without any money. So, yeah. So that's my point. It's like getting in the energy of it now. Rachel, if this is your first live, is it the same time every Monday? I'm going to say roughly the same time. I generally jump on between like 1 and 2-ish, 30 p.m. PST. Yeah, Leanne says same time-ish. Yeah, generally between noon and 2. Usually closer to 1 and 2, 1 and 2:30, but it just kind of depends. But yeah, but it's other than that, yes. So, Visayas, I want to hear. Okay. So what I want. Okay. Here's the third. This is the next part of your homework. This is the final part. When we come back next week, I want to hear what it is that you found you were able to do or feel or incorporate or whatever without needing the evidence. Like I was just saying, like to Visayas, like for example, if you came back and was like, you know what, I helped feed the homeless because I realized that part of what I want to do when I have my ideal self is do charity work or whatever. So I just started now. So kind of like that's what I want. That's what I want you to come back when we come back, like practice all week. When we come back, I want to know the revelations you had about how you can be that now without needing the evidence and without needing the 3D. Okay. Does that make sense? And I believe Leanne will post the homework in the in our community. So community.roxytalks.com. Please join, set up yourself a profile. And then if you want to download the app, then you can grab it straight from your phone. Obviously, you never have to log into social media to get to the community. And that's kind of our goal is like, we want to pull all of the shit off social media so that you can just come to the community and have a safe space to connect with other manifestors and talk about this BS. Beautiful shit. Black Goddess says this is just confirmation for me. Girl, yes. Julia Ackerman says, like you say in your self-worth video, we don't need anything. We are born with all we need. Yep, exactly. We have it all. And then not only do we have it all, but we also have the power to conjure whatever it is that we want to. But we need to, like, just like a witch uses the correct spell. And if you don't use the correct spell, it's not going to conjure up the thing that you want. It's kind of the same with your manifestations. We have the right spells, the words, spelling, but you got to use the right spell words in order to get the right spell, or the right effect. So use the right spells, use the right words. I always talk about the words. It's always your language. It always comes down to awareness and discipline. Tiffany says, I've been drawn to sparkle and luxury since I was a kid. I just love opulence. Give me private jets, 5-star suites, VIP treatment, diamond sequins, chauffeurs, luxe vacations, giving back all that. Yes. So you, I think, are really good at on social media, it appears as if you're good at treating yourself and like giving yourself the upgraded life and like giving yourself those things that you want. So, they just told me your homework, Tiffany, is to do those things without guilt. They're like, yeah, she already knows how to do it, but she treats herself like crap. So, not, you know what I'm saying, but you get where I'm at, right? Up here, I want you. You got me, right? Dina says, when is the Facebook group going night? I don't know, maybe like a month. I gotta tell everybody. I gotta warn everybody. I haven't told anybody. I just blurted it out on here, so I didn't do that according to any plan. There was no plan. I just said it. I just had made the decision this weekend, so I was kind of like, I'll just fucking say it. But probably within like a month or so. Tiffany said, ooh, the G word. So you have a little bit different homework, Tiffany. Your homework has a caveat. Because they said your problem is not embodying the energy. It's feeling good about it and allowing yourself to do it. Not only, no. Allowing yourself to feel good about it. That's what it is. Yeah, like you need to know that it's okay to feel good, to do those things and have those things. Well, you need to practice it. Okay. Leanne. Oh, Halloween, is that I was like, "What is Leanne saying about Halloween?" Is that when you're saying the group should close? That's when we should close, Black Moon on Halloween? Oh, it's kinda fitting, isn't it? Besides, says, "I remember being some princess in Denmark in the 1800s." Okay, yeah, besides, you also have extra homework because your homework is to watch the Mattia Di Stefano. I need you to watch that and come back and tell me what you think about it. SG, is the community login different from the website login? Yes, the community is its own separate entity. So it's community.roxytalks.com. And it's it's just the community. It's all free. And you can come there and connect. And there is stuff on there that's not free, but that's like the private groups for the different like courses and programs. So like 360 has its own private group. Synergy has its own private group. Which obviously if you want to join, then you get access to that as soon as you want. Leanne says close Black Moon on Halloween. I guess we'll see, huh? I guess we'll see. Tommy says, I spent so much money on myself this month, worth every penny. Damn right. Brandon says, that's what I had a problem with too. I always had bad anxiety investing and doing things I knew would benefit me. So there's a common theme right there. And, not feeling good enough or like you're able to feel good doing the things that you want is just a program and it's just practiced. So you just have to practice telling yourself, nope, it's okay to have this. It's okay to feel good. It's okay to have opulence. I deserve it. I am deserving. One of the things I like, because I have those moments too. It's like, why me? Why the fuck should I get everything when other people have nothing? And my answer to that is, well, that's why I make these videos every day or every week or whatever. That's why I come on here and talk about this, is because they doesn't matter where they come from. But they just need to know this information. So in my mind, I'm doing my part to share that information. And why shouldn't I be able to enjoy my life in luxury? Other people can. Why can't I? Like, I don't know. You kind of have to like talk yourself through it. So, just it's a practice to know and trust and believe that you deserve all or more or good or big or whatever it is that in your mind is bad or untouchable. You just really just have to practice telling yourself every day. Shantae says, I love that the community is on an app. It's so convenient. I still I haven't downloaded the app. It's only because I don't know my password to get in there and I haven't sat down with my computer to do both. But I will get the app so I can be there even more. Amy, thank you so much, Amy, says, for years I had a feeling something big and fantastic was going to happen sometime when I'm 42. I'm turning 42 in November. Girl, it's Amy's big year. Okay, I want you Amy's big year. Amy's big year. I think you should. And when is your birthday, Amy? I'm in November too. Amy, I think you should. Let's just call it Amy's big year. Amy's big year or Amy's amazing year, whatever. Call it that. And let's just call it that, period. And anytime anything good happens, I'm talking like a penny on the street because it's Amy's big year or whatever. Like, I want you to celebrate it and keep affirming it so that you can bring in the energy of whatever that thing is. Je ne sais quoi, you're so funny. You guys are funny. Brandon says, I literally got over a hurdle recently when I invested in something that cost some money, but I was like, wait, I'm wealthy. I'll let the universe deal with it for me. And I did it. And investment's going to pay off. Investments come back around, like whatever it is, it's going to come back around in some way. So fuck yeah, taking that chance on yourself. Liviana says, thing is, some people show them the info Even if you show them the info, they reject it. True, but you know what? That's not my fucking problem, honestly. And I mean that with love. Like, I also make videos about that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I make videos about the people that don't get it. I get the people that don't get it coming and talking all kinds of shit to me on social media sometimes. Like, I get it. I see it. But it's also like, one day they will, and guess where they're going to turn? Right back in my videos. So that's kind of just like the way I approach it is just like, if they don't get it now, they will. And I know exactly where they're going to find the information right here. Yes, Amy's big year. Okay. All right. I'm going to go. I got to go see my aunt for her birthday and I'm going to live. I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to celebrate because for everybody right now, I want you to ask yourself, if the thing that you wanted came through right now, what would you do? If you got that text, if you got that check, if you got that job, if the person came to your door, if you got the phone call, if you got the money, what would you do? Amy says, I don't know what it'll be yet, but I have a feeling just turn into, I don't care what it is, but I can't wait to see it. Julia says, celebrate. Oh yeah, now tell my aunties happy birthday. Thank you. Rachel says, I would cry tears of joy. Julia says, sing. All right. Happy dance. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys something right now. All right, here it comes. As soon as we get off of this, Julia, you need to celebrate and you need to sing. You got to sing and you need to celebrate. I don't care what it is. I want you to sing and celebrate as soon as this ends. Rachel, when this ends, I want you to tap into joy and I want you to let the fucking tears flow. Liviana, as soon as this ends, I want you to celebrate. Excuse me, Livana. I'm so sorry. I'm adding an extra I in your name. I apologize. Livana, please, when this gets done, I want you to start jumping up and down, celebrating. Supreme Kinetics Health. When this is done, guess what you're doing? You're going to do a fucking happy dance. You're doing a happy dance as soon as it's done. This ends. Visayas, when you're done, as soon as this ends, you're going to be jumping up and down. You're going to be jumping up and down, okay? TT, guess what you're going to do? You're going to go through your gratitudes. Tommy, you're going to go and high five yourself in the mirror. Days, I want you to call someone and tell them how great your life is. I want you to call someone you trust and tell them how great your life is. Dina, go take a shower. Dina's gonna go take a shower. SG, you're gonna cry tears of joy. So SG, who else is crying tears of joy? SG and Rachel, I want you to tap into the visualization of it happening and I want you to cry those tears of joy. Panda, I want you to take that big breath. Breath is free. Air is free. You can take that big breath right now. Josephine, you said you would go shopping. Here's the thing. Whether you can or cannot, meaning whether the numbers in your current bank account reflect that or not, I still want you to put the stuff in your cart, visualize it in your home, put it on a list, do something that signifies movement or go out and get them. If you got the funds, go out and get it. If you don't, pretend that you do. Supreme Connects is doing the Cabbage Patch. Nice. I can't even talk, but I got the visualization. Julia is singing. Yes. VC says I would make sure to be ready and do what I need to maintain it. So guess what? I want you to get ready right now and I want you to start maintaining it. And luckily, that's literally what our homework is about this week. Mimi says I'd read more and get more knowledge to improve my life. Mimi, you already have read 1 million books, but now I want you to pick a book. Mimi, I want you to get this book. This is what the book I want you to get, Mimi. 8 Secrets to Powerful Manifesting by Mandy Morris. This is the book I want you to get. You said I'd read and get more knowledge to improve your life. This book will help. You don't have to pick this one, but this is the one I'm assigning to you. Start reading it. Amy, you're November 23rd. Okay, I'm the 8th. And you're a 5 from the 23. So your life is all about adventure. So make sure you don't stifle yourself and put yourself into a box. You need to have creativity and be able to move spontaneously. SG says, and thank God and full on pray. Get on your knees and thank God because guess what? That shit's coming through. Charity says, I would do some grown-up things and celebrate. You can do some grown-up things by yourself. You don't need another person to do the grown-up things. Do the grown-up things and celebrate. Do the celebrate while you're doing the grown-up things. Amplify that power. Danny, I appreciate you. Thank you. I think that's a good thing. So you're in a class of your own. I think that's a good thing, right? Michelle says, I move into another state. Michelle, which one? This one? Then start looking at areas. Start looking at, home. Like move the energy a little bit. Move the energy a little bit. Danny says, celebrate, jump up and down. Guess what you're doing? You're going to celebrate and jump up and down as soon as this is done. Tommy says, I just cleaned my mirror so I can fist bump it. Yes. Oh, so fist bump. Okay. You just cleaned your mirror, so fist bump it is good. Good. Mama says, quit my job, buy a new car, talk to a financial advisor. All right. Guess what you can do you can already talk to a financial advisor now. You can do that right now. You can start looking at what car you want, start making notes, start putting together your vision board, start making, tying up loose ends at your job, and even energetically. The name of the book, Mimi, is 8 Secrets to Powerful Manifesting by Mandy Morris. Simeon, thank you so much for the super chat. I so appreciate you. Thank you. Rachel says, I need to know more about the number thing on your birthday. Okay, listen. I have a numerology guide that we put together. We just didn't put it out because it got backed up with like when 360 came out last time. We've talked about putting it up in the new group that I've been inviting everybody to, community.roxytalks.com. We're also like Leanne and I really we had one event with our Synergy people before where we read charts and we did numerology. And so that's something that we're like looking into doing more. So in Synergy, if you're a member of Synergy, we're going to have events where we do things like tarot card night or like, where we just have wine and we get together and talk shit or whatever, where we read cards or I already just said that. Sorry, I meant to say read charts and do the numerology stuff. So there is definitely a lot more benefit to being in Synergy just than like getting every fucking thing that I put out all the time and being in all of my stuff and being an amazing manifester. You also get really fun, private events that we just do there. So another reason to join Synergy if you're interested. My birthday is November 8th. And I'm such an 8. 8s are about leadership, success, working, being driven to fucking complete. That's just, I'm so 8. I'm such an 8. Okay, so it's time to get off. It's holy fuck. It's almost been 3 hours. I appreciate you guys so much. Do your homework. Rewind it if you didn't get the homework. It's going to be a really good one. And do the thing that, okay, remember we said as soon as I turn this off, I want you to do the thing that you would do if your manifestation came through. Tiffany says, cry uncontrollably, pay bills, and buy my first Tiffany's jewelry ever, then book a trip to Dubai in that order. Okay, so you can cry uncontrollably and you could pay a bill if you wanted to move that energy, to get into the energy of your ideal self. Or, do the thing that you would do if it was happening now. Oh, Jalen, you're a Scorpio and an 8 as well. Okay. Interesting. Jalen, are you a driven to succeed type person? Julia says, yay, singing for everybody. Sending you all my love and peace. Thank you, Julia. So go sing, go cry, go jump up and down, go do your happy dance, jump for joy, thank God, do your gratitudes. And Mama says, happy birthday to my auntie. Thank you. I would tell her, go do all those things that you would do if the manifestation come through right now. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I love you. I appreciate you. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you. Go do your fun thing. Go celebrate.